and glory. Rise and shine, come join the line. Your day begins when the voices align. GhanaTalks breakfast
This is
show.
GhanaTalks breakfast show, your morning companion.
GhanaTalks breakfast
This
show.
is
Your
GhanaTalks
daily
breakfast show,
dose.
your
Here we
morning
go.
companion.
GhanaTalks breakfast show. GhanaTalks breakfast show. Only on GhanaTalks radio. Turn it up and stay tuned for the talk that moves you and keeps your heart in tune. From the traffic to the trends, we got something for your day. Every voice, every vision, lighting up the way. Rise and shine, come join the line. Your day begins when the voices align. GhanaTalks breakfast show. GhanaTalks breakfast show. Your daily dose. Here we go. GhanaTalks breakfast show. GhanaTalks breakfast show. When the sea calls on day, where the spark inside the flame, from the first light to the last mile, stay with us a while. GhanaTalks breakfast show. GhanaTalks breakfast show. Your daily dose. Here we go. GhanaTalks breakfast show. Wake up, Ghana, your morning star, right? News, views, inspiration, and great conversations. From Accra to the world, we bring the fresh stories, fresh energy every morning, full of fire and glory. Rise and shine, come join the line. Your day begins when the voices align. GhanaTalks breakfast show. GhanaTalks breakfast show. Your daily dose. Here we go. GhanaTalks breakfast show. GhanaTalks breakfast show. Only on GhanaTalks radio. Turn it up and stay tuned for the talk that moves you and keeps your heart in tune. From the traffic to the trends, we got something for your day. Every voice, every vision, lighting up the way. Rise and shine, come join the line. Your day begins when the voices align. GhanaTalks breakfast show. GhanaTalks breakfast show. Your daily dose. Here we go. GhanaTalks breakfast show. GhanaTalks breakfast show. When the sea calls on day, where the spark inside.
Good morning, Ghana. It's a brand new morning. Today is Friday, just as I like it. And I'm sure everybody likes it when it is Friday. And as usual, we are going to delve into topical issues we have or popping up this morning. That is a newspaper review. But before that, let's look at what we have on the front pages this morning. And we are beginning from the Herald newspaper. It says ex-Tema Oil Refinery boss convicted of bribery and money laundering in the United States. Ghanaian ministers, members of parliament, and others to be named as he faces 30 years in prison. And also on the Herald newspaper, the New Patriotic Party demonstrators call female presidential staffer useless. Omani Boama immortalized at Defense Ministry 1 year after helicopter crash. And also Cocobot's new law target financing farm protection, local processing, 11 excavators, 32 motorbikes seized in Bono Galamsey clampdown. And also to the Ghanaian Time, nation remembers fallen heroes. 2 Nigerian sentenced to 20 years for human trafficking. MPP history over democracy under attack. And to the campaigner, Omaniboama remembered with cenotaph. MPP stages protests over judicial intimidation. David Tamaklo hit with injunction over alleged defamation against Algeria list. And also to the Canary headline, Angela List inject David Tamaklo from Federal Force publication. Government to tap dormant accounts for national development. To the Metro Lens, democracy under attack. This is from the camp of the New Patriotic Party. Omani Boame's kind is difficult to find. President John Dramani Mahama. High Court suspend Gazette of Paramount Chief of Enum Traditional Area. To the expose, the Akko Gun received praises for sustaining parties' communications in the NDC. Lawyers for Angela List inject David Tamaklo, Ralph Adinaram over false publication and defamation. To the Meridian, Prempeh Assembly Hall to host Thanksgiving for Apostle Kojo Safo. And also to the Inquisitor, a year after tragic helicopter crash, victims are remembered. And also massive chop at local government institute. Napo speaks at the 2026 Buzia Institute lecture in United Kingdom coming Sunday. To the Chronicles, police bar 6.928 million cocaine haul in Tema. And also, let's build Ashanti region for Baumia's victory. This is also coming from the MPP camp. To the Daily Searchlight, Ghana's democracy under siege from the New Patriotic Party. Why private schools clash over bias claims. And to the Daily Banner, the New Patriotic Party petitions Supreme Court and Jubilee House over alleged arbitrary arrest and selective justice. It looks as if this MPP or what baby out. And to the Daily Gist, I will join the NDC presidential race as Siedun Ketia drops hint on 2028 ambition. MPP soaks Accra with democracy under attack demo. To the Daily Statesman, the Oda Member of Parliament demands accountability in anti-Galamsey fight. And to the Daily Graphic, a year after helicopter crash, nation remembers the fallen sons of the 8 gallant men. And also to the Daily Guide, lawyers protest selective court vacation seating. NDC set December 19 for national executive elections. The New Patriotic Party storms Jubilee House and present petition and the protest. To the News Center, MTN doubles heroes of change price money to hit 1.8 million, and 93% of youth feared armed groups may enter Ghana. So this is what we have on the front page. There are more, but I think this is what we'll have to feed you this morning. And just as we do it every day, I'm not doing this alone. I have right here in the studio my knowledgeable panelists that are going to join me. But even before that, make sure you join in the conversation. I'm logging into all social media handles at GhanaTalks Radio. You can as well bring in your comments and also your suggestions. So I'll move right to Studio B to have a conversation with my ladies. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
How are we doing?
By grace, your side.
I'm good. Am I the only person excited today is Friday?
When you asked how are you doing, I wanted to say it's Friday, so I'm fine.
So long as it's Friday,
Yeah.
you are good.
Yeah.
Why?
It's Friday.
Does Friday come with something special?
It does, especially to we those that work on weekdays, Monday to Friday.
Oh, okay.
So you see, Saturday
And Sunday are for
yeah.
Miss Regina.
Yeah.
Are you also excited
Oh yeah,
that today is Friday?
Mm-hmm.
But do you have any gig?
Oh no, at least I would have the liberty to rest enough, wake up anytime I want, no need for alarm. Yes.
What if your mom comes to wake you up? Hey, Masa, you're supposed to do this. You're
My
supposed to...
mom knows she wouldn't try that.
Hey,
She can't try that.
just say you've already set the rules in the house.
So I've set it.
You dear, I believe you. I know you can do it. Okay, so let's move straight to the newspaper review. What we have here. Coordinator of Eco-Conscious Citizens, Ewula Sewa, has called for decisive action against Galamsey, arguing that Ghana owes it to the victims of the August 6th helicopter crash and everyone else who has died because of the menace. On Thursday, August 6th, as Ghana marked the first anniversary of the crash that claimed its life, Ms. Sewa described Galamsey as an ongoing ecocide. She said the helicopter tragedy should not be viewed in isolation but as part of a wider environmental and humanitarian crisis that continues to claim lives across the country. According to her, the victims extend beyond 8 officials who died in the helicopter crash. Ms. Sewa cautioned that initiatives such as responsible or community mining should not solve the problem unless authorities strictly enforce the law. She explained that possessing a mining license does not make an operation lawful if the holder fails to comply with the conditions attached to it. She also questioned whether Ghana had the capacity to supervise the growing number of mining license holders effectively. She maintained that illegal mining crisis remains severe, with mining activities continuing in forest reserves and water bodies. Ms. Sewa accused some traditional leaders, political authorities, and police commanders of looking on while illegal mining continued with impunity. She called on the Ghana Water Company to publish detailed water quality test results, including data on heavy metals, to help the public understand the extent of pollution caused by Galamsey. Ms. Sewa concluded that Ghana could end illegal mining if its leaders demonstrated the necessary commitment. So yesterday marked exactly 1 year since we lost the 8 gallant men as a result of illegal mining, and so yesterday there was a brief ceremony to honor this gallant men. Okay, but then although we were honoring them, there were a lot of questions that popped up. That was, this 8 people died because they wanted to bring illegal mining to a halt. Unfortunately, 1 year on, we are still here talking about Galamsey. I don't know whether you are fed up or you are tired. Personally, I am quite fed up because it looks as if every day we have to talk about Galamsey, and then it looks as if our leaders do not really care. Because yesterday, marking 1 year, we should have been speaking about how far we've come in bringing illegal mining to a halt, how far we've come in arresting these financiers, how far we've come in maybe creating a job for this youth in this community who feel like Galamsey is the only means of income for them. We should be talking about something positive and good, but yesterday the story was different altogether. And one of the wife of one of the late gallant men said it will be worth it if Galamsey comes to an end, and celebrating these people is just like our forefathers who died for us. But here lies the case, it's a different story altogether. And this morning, Ms. Awula is also saying that it will be in vain if these people are dead, and come next year we'll still be here speaking about Galamsey. What do you think, Miss Nabi?
Yeah, what I'll say about this is that these 8 people who died did not die of just a leisure, like going on holidays and vacation. They died in line of duty. trying to tackle this illegal mining that has been going on for decades, I would say, because all the since growing up as a child, we've heard them talking about galamsey, but still this galamsey is still ongoing. As she said, the payment they'll pay this people to celebrate them and to bring down this galamsey issue down. That's where we can say we've done our best for them. But still we are still battling with this galamsey. So what is happening? Are they seeing through it that this galamsey issue will stop, or what are they doing? Yeah.
Okay. Miss Regina. Miss Regina, have we lost the fight against galamsey? Because yesterday I was expecting to hear something, but it looks as if they were all trying to hide the fact that we've woefully failed when it comes to illegal mining. So I want to ask, have we lost the fight, or maybe measures are being put in place that we don't know, and going forward we can maybe attest to the fact that galamsey will definitely come to a halt?
Okay, so I wouldn't say that the government or the state as a whole has lost the fight against galamsey. We've seen certain initiatives and certain outlines being put in place to make sure that the galamsey menace is being either eradicated or reduced. We've seen the likes of the past administration and also this current administration, and looking at both or comparing both parties, the efforts they put in place to make sure that galamsey has been brought to a halt, I would say their level of energy is the same, because the past administration arrested, seized equipment, and also set equipment on fire. This current administration also did the same. The only difference was setting up the Blue Water Guards initiative and also introducing the NIMOS. That is the only different thing they did aside what the past administration did. So I would say they are doing well, but their best is not good enough. Obi best here, you are playing. You are playing with the job, and that is what they are doing. They are also playing with the job. When we talk of galamsey is not just a name. It comes with a whole lot. It comes with a whole lot of disadvantages. The only advantage in galamsey is the gold they get. Aside that, there's nothing positive when it comes to galamsey. Aside the 8 gallant men that died, we've had instances where even police officers who have been tasked to make sure that peace and orderliness has been restored in such galamsey communities, they've also died. We've seen instances where people are being brutalized by these illegal miners. Illegal miners of this era have now become so pompous, have now become so energetic, have now become so should I say King Kongs, to the point where they fear nothing. We've seen instances, especially in videos, where some of these police officers had to shoot some of these galamseyers to protect themselves because these people were charging right at them. We've seen instances where these people are battling with military men. For you to even touch a gun of a military man is an offense. But these people had the audacity to do that. We've seen instances where they had to create an accident for this EPA, Environmental Protection Agency personnel, for them not to be able to go on site to make sure that orderliness is restored back there. Blue Water Initiative, we are not seeing anything. I would say the only people trying to solve this is the NIMOS together with the government and also the environmental protection agencies. Police officers who can't swim because of galamsey, they entered water and they went to die. We know so when him say you can't swim, patriotic citizen. You know, be there now we know. Patriotic citizen. We are still here living our life to the fullest. and you are gone because you want to be a good citizen to the country. No one is saying that be a bad citizen, but be a good citizen with common sense. There's no way I can't swim. Then they've taxed me, say go and swim. I'll be like, because I will not swim. So illegal mining is becoming a thorn in our flesh, and it needs to be taken out with immediate effect immediately. This is not time to joke. This is not time to play about this. They've outlined a whole lot of initiatives they want to do to end galamsey. When this current administration was in opposition, Sami Jenfi, he himself, Goldbot CEO, went on national television, was holding a bottle of dirty water, signifying galamsey water. And this is what these people are doing. Waba, stop it. You are not stopping it. These people told us that they'll stop galamsey within a space of 1 week. Just this week, NDC communicator sat here and said that they were not seeing from the lens the NPP was. And I was so disappointed for him saying that. Just admit that you people are failed in the fight against galamsey. Don't be beating about the bush and sugarcoating the truth. The fact is the fact that the NDC have lost when it comes to galamsey. The NPP also lost when it comes to galamsey. And to the people who always politicize this galamsey issue, excuse me to say, they are senseless up there. Because at the end of the day, everyone will be affected. Galamsey doesn't know MPP. It doesn't know NDC. The kids who are being deformed. We have people who still drink straight from these water bodies. Not all rural areas or not all rural communities have this water pipe, bottled water, pure water. Not everyone has it. Some people still drink straight from the source. And those water are being contaminated with dangerous chemicals. And they are doing nothing about it. At the end of the day, they drink that water in them. And when they are pregnant, most of the pregnant women give birth to deformed babies. It's all because of the dangerous chemicals being used in illegal mining. We should protect our natural resources. That is what we are supposed to do. If you want to mine, we have the right process you need to go through to mine. Simple. The financiers of this illegal mining, patrolling this illegal mining, if indeed you are kingpins, you are bigwigs, you are financiers, why not go straight to the right authorities and tell them that, oh, this community, we know said that there's a gold here, so give us the permit. And the permit will be given to you if only it follows the right procedure. Now, these galamseyers do not fear anything. They've already started, your friend is saying, illegal mining. Show name. Your friend is saying, they've already started. And I'm asking myself, when I catch them, say, gold shahono. Gold ben shaho. See, before you go to mine in a community, they have a detector that tests that indeed there's natural or mineral resource here. And I'm saying, Chema won't to me na ofi court na or the saka from no they can obi say or test this a gold or so if we don't solve or settle this illegal mine, we failed the 8 people that died and any other person that died in line of duty because of illegal mining. Honestly, we failed them. And excuse me to so when I can say who nkwase wa ye besi nkwase sie ebinie nkwase ho pa no makakuvu no.
But do you think if in a way God should give this eight
second chance.
A second chance, do you think they would like to engage themselves in government activities like this? Like, for example, like the galamsey issue. Do you think they will do like things like they will engage themselves in topical concern of the country? because I'm just trying to fix. I don't know where they are. We all believe that they are in the bosom of the Lord, but then I just want to fix my leg in their shoes. Personally, if God should give me a chance, I'm not sure I would do that, but I don't know for you too.
I think you would do it because this is a big blow to Ghana, and it would have happened if it is destined to happen. If it wasn't, if they weren't going for an operation in regards to safe mining conditions, and they were going for another program altogether, the same thing would have happened.
Okay.
The same thing would have happened because allegedly, the weather was not conducive enough, and that was what caused the crash. So I think no matter what, it would have happened. The only time it wouldn't have happened was when they slept at home. That is the only time this tragedy wouldn't have happened. But I think if we put Galamsey aside and they were going for any other program, we would still have heard the bad news.
Okay.
Yeah.
Miss Navi, what other measures should the government put in place? Because it looks as if all the measures they are they are bringing on board is something that we've seen consistently. The MPP brought the banning of excavators, arresting of kingpins, deporting of foreigners, mining on our water bodies and destroying our forest reserves, and the NDC are equally doing same. But they've turned theirs with they've targeted, let me put it that way, they've targeted with a different name, but it is still the same approach. So what other approach do you think the government should put in place to bring an end to Galamsey?
For me personally, I would say even though they are doing they are taking the same approach and all that, but the effort in this approach, I think it's the same as how the MPPs are doing. You see, when you start something and you pause, there's something will be like you are not serious about it. So if you think that this is what I'm doing, then continue doing it to a stop. Yeah, that's what I would say.
So if I get it right, we are not enforcing it.
Yeah, enough.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So we should put more we should tighten the enforcement. Well, she's right, because we have the laws, but I feel like we are not enforcing it too much. The laws are there and it's not working. Wontmi has been picked, but there are still allegations that there are other party faithfuls that are engaged in illegal mining. Why should they pick only Wontmi? So please, we are begging with the president of Ghana, with this current administration. This has been one of your biggest promise, your number one promise. You said you are going to bring Galamsey to a halt. Even when you were in opposition, you are calling for a state of emergency. But now, a state of emergency has become something else. If you ask me personally, I'll go for shoot to kill approach. When they find you, they should just kill you. Even God will understand. But God will definitely understand. But they said no, the shoot to kill approach is too tense. You see, that is where we are. That is why we are where we are. Because other countries are taking the bull by its horn, but we are scared to do it. Ayo. So to another story, the Member of Parliament for Akuapem North, Samia Wuku, has described the turnout of the New Patriotic Party's Democracy Under Attack demonstration as a sign of renewed unity within the party and the beginning of its journey back to power in 2028 general election. Speaking after the party presented a petition to the presidency on August 6th, Mr. Uku said the large participation in the protest had strengthened the party's determination to challenge the government in the next election. He described the demonstration as the start of what he called the MPP's long walk to power in 2028. Arguing that the turnout reflected growing support for the opposition party. The Akuapem North Member of Parliament said the protest had demonstrated that the party remained organized and committed to regaining power after losing the 2024 election. The protest, organized by the MPP under the theme Democracy Under Attack, focused on concerns raised by the party over what it described as threat to democratic governance, political freedoms, and the rule of law. So yesterday, MPP went on a demonstration, and that is because they felt like democracy was under attack, and also their freedom of expression is being infringed upon. And looking at the turnout yesterday, it was massive. And so Mr. Wuku here is saying that if we want to pay close attention to the turnout, the number of people who came in to support the protest, it means that their victory in 2028 is already assured. Miss Regina and Nabi were on ground yesterday, so I would like to ask them, first of all, Miss Regina, how was the protest? Like, how the turnout and everything, was it massive?
Oh yeah, it was very massive.
And was it like the MPP party members themselves, or
yeah, I would say 90% of them were NPP members or supporters, compared to the Iyoko one we experienced. You could see, say, oh, these people didn't even know what was going on. They didn't even know what they were there for, and also they had no idea what the demonstration was all about. And also, no, I don't know.
Okay, so another question has to do with Mr. Awuku is saying that with the turnout, it means that their victory in 2028 is secured.
Which victory?
Like, they winning the 2028 election is secured.
How is it secured? Because this is not the first time NPP has gone on a demonstration for people to massively come out in their numbers to support them. So I don't think.
So you are not convinced that the number is something that is a major factor that should be looked onto to say.
Oh, no. Number is nothing. No, I remember Bawumia. During last 2 years, 2024, when Bawumia was campaigning to be the president, a lot of people came out to support him.
Yeah.
But what did we see? Failure. And during President John Dramani Maham's then time, also when he was contesting, a lot of people came out to support, but nothing. Alan Chairman, I quite remember. I remember the day vividly. What the day he was he was launching his new movement name. I went there. I think then times Lillian was around. I went there with a lot of people, like a lot of people from all stretch of Ghana came to support him. And after the launching, one person, some people were like, "Oh, then for you I didn't know." So allegedly,
they were paid.
And looking at yesterday's demonstration also, the actions spoke loud that at the end of the day, these people would be given something small for their support. Because obia, I say different groups nearby, and a different groups they were demonstration monkwe. They were
with lists. I've seen
one. So I would say that when we look at both the NPP and NDC, they pay people to come and support them.
But is it healthy for a democracy?
It is not healthy for a democracy, because I would say it's just like you having organic views and you are buying inorganic views attached to it. So the few intelligent, the few supportive people, their efforts are not being appreciated enough because of the bad ones mixed to it. So I don't think it's good for our democracy. If it's 10 people, go with the 10 people. Gradually, people would come out to support you. But I'll say with the massive turnout, per my observation, 90% of them were NPP supporters.
Oh, wow. Miss Nabi, yesterday, I came across a video where the petition was to be handed over to a representative from the government side, and then the presidential staffer, Mrs. Jantua, came for the petition, and Afenyomakin was like, "How dare you? Why will you send her to come for the petition? You could see me here, a whole minority leader. I am here." And then we have big leaders of the MPP coming to demonstrate. And instead of you to bring someone like someone who is capable, I don't know, but in a way he's trying to say that Mrs. Jantua is not capable enough to take the petition from them. He doesn't understand why the president did not assign someone with a higher rank to pick the petition from them. Why would they bring I want to ask, is there a criteria? Is there a criteria that states that for a government official to receive a petition from demonstrators, do you have to follow a criteria? Because I know that whoever comes for the petition at the end of the day,
they'll send it
to the president. So
who was he expecting to come to for the petition? Was he expecting the president?
of course, in a way, that is what he's trying to say.
Then that means their flag bearer should have brought the petition himself.
Oh, sir.
In a way, I'm just saying,
Oh,
you know.
okay.
Yeah, and this demonstration, per what I'm seeing, is a strategy the MPP are taking, you know, to seek sympathy and gain attention from the citizen ahead of this 2028 election.
Okay.
Oh, but with wising up, we know what we want.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they can't deceive.
No, you can give us the money and all that. We will show up, and Babi, you want to see us, we'll be there, but we know who we are voting for.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yesterday, was it chaotic?
Oh, the numbers, it was, but we didn't see any, you know, violence, you know, something
the
like
police
that.
didn't slap anybody,
No.
arrest anybody,
No, the police came in their numbers. For that one, I'll applaud to them. They were there,
and
yeah.
they protected
They
the media.
protected the media and everything, yeah. So everything went smoothly per me, yeah.
Okay. Miss Regina, there was another concern, and that was, you know, yesterday was Sit August, and yesterday the whole country was mourning. Why? I think yesterday we said this here, right?
Yeah.
Of all the days, why will you pick August Sit to demonstrate? Did they have a different motive, a different intention, or they were just playing with the? They have something like they said, they are manipulating intelligence or something. Hey, or they are playing with the intelligence of the people. There is a word. Is it with the? You want to get it?
Yeah.
It's like something like they are trying to play with your intelligence, or a manipulative something intelligence tactic and strategy.
Okay, so I think speaking to some people, there's this all of a sudden popular man who is a hype man for the New Patriotic Party. I don't know if you've seen him. He's slim, slender, he's fair in complexion. The moment he sees either Afenyo Makin, any of these big people, then he starts hailing them. Something of like what Apia Stadium does. Oh, you've not seen him?
No.
Oh, let me look for him. Yesterday we had a chance to have a conversation with him, but we were having one or two challenge. I ran. Okay, so when it comes to him, he didn't want to say anything. Like, I don't know. One thing they were saying is yakasamba be fire ako.
So why are you there?
Exactly. Yakasamba be fire ako. But we had chance to talk to one person also, and he was like, oh, their main aim was to just come and demonstrate. They were speaking for their democracy. They wanted the democracy to be looked into. Everyone should have the free will to speak, and no one should be scared, feared, or at the end of the day be shaking when being like when criticizing the government, and put it that way. And also they should release everyone who has been arrested because of your friend is saying in some no market canon. And one person also went as far as saying that is it Camila Al Hassan, she with the 32 cows that she said a pastor was the one who started that conversation, and she took it up as in something like reposting of that sort, not as in reposting on social media, but you see how the repost is so she has also taken it upon herself
without checking for facts.
Exactly. And they are like, why would you arrest her and leave the pastor? And in a way, I understood them.
No, you shouldn't.
I understand them. If you said something, you said it, you initiated the conversation, and I may so between me and you, who is supposed to be picked up? You are supposed to be picked up. Then me I may supporting misinformation, I'm also supposed to be picked up. But you don't pick up the person supporting the misinformation and leave the one who started the misinformation.
Maybe the pastor wasn't loud, or maybe the way he said.
But
the video was, I came here to I spoke with Q. I don't know if it was Q or Rock about it. I've seen it. He came out complaining. Was it the flood or something that his house was flooding or something, his shed, something like that, and the NDC are not doing anything about it because he alleged that he killed 32 cows for the NDC during the 2024 election. Yes.
For me, that is not my problem. I can equally hear maybe Regina say something, but if I want to, when I'm talking and I feel like rephrasing what she said, for me to be comfortable and then speak it out with boldness and be sure that whatever I'm saying is true, I have to confront her and ask her, are you sure what you are giving to me is true?
You don't even need to confront her. Don't talk about it. The issue with most of these TikTokers is not verifying their source or not minding their business.
Yes.
That is the issue. If Mahama akokun 32 counts, how is that your business? People do things to win election.
Right.
Just recently, were you the one who showed me a video of one MPP man saying that no matter what, they have to do everything to win power.
Anything at all.
He said they will do anything in their power to win 2028 power.
They'll go like it's any length. Yeah.
So me, the arrest, I'm not saying it's bad, and no, they should arrest them because I want Kabibi. Na nipa ni ambeche no na me na meka na yabeche me dia meka manu atu. That is what they need to start reasoning. And I was so disappointed that most of no one saying all the people we spoke to, no one was intelligent enough to advise the TikTokers doing this. No one.
You see, I wouldn't even stop you. Yesterday, the MPP guy who came here, this issue popped up. So I asked him. He said it is normal if somebody speak against the president. So they did same to Akufo-Addo.
Yeah, the same thing one of them also said.
Yeah, with Sami Jenfi, there was a video of Sami Jenfi saying, "Say, Akufo-Addo, it was wrong. Why was he not picked up? Why was he not arrested?" This is where the selective justice comes in.
He also went on a show.
Yes, but that was in regards to the show or whatever he said there. Not with the song now or tono. Looking at what some of the NDC organizers, secretaries, ministers have done, that is the same thing some people are doing currently.
Yes.
So I think with the selective justice, they need to look into it. Obika say Monfano, regardless of who the person is.
But Miss Regina, if like we don't want to be biased, but if we want to look at one of the governments we've experienced that picked up people has to do with the MPP government. Especially they targeted the media when they were in power. They picked a lot of people up. But then my problem is, if somebody is not wise enough, so if maybe you feel like when the NDC were in power, they were doing something very, very, very bad, and you feel this is bad, and you have taught it wise, and then you feel like you are wise enough, why will you repeat the same thing? I believe you should have like the common sense to do the right thing, not because Nippon or the I also do it to repay her back. Like, I
don't think that's what most of these people are doing. They are doing this because they have supporters.
Oh, okay.
Most especially they have Bawumia. Because at the end of the day, when they are being arrested and they are released, Bawumia would invite them and hug them. and give them shepherd lunch.
support.
I feel that's what is fueling their energy.
Okay.
And also, one thing we should really look into it is our free speech. Free speech doesn't mean that free speech is not limited. In any country, free speech is limited. If you are in your house, you have the free speech, but there's no way you can talk against your mom, you can talk against your dad.
Okay.
Excuse me to say, all the people who are insulting President John Dramani Mahama, insulting the First Lady Lordina Mahama, or your mommy and Kawumpe, or your papa and Kawumpe, even during the time when most people were insulting Nanado, or your papa and Kawumpe, or your grandfather and Kawumpe, we will all love it because you have an influential person in your life. I always say that you can pass your message without criticizing, or you can criticize without the use of harsh languages. Looking at this woman, Mame One was saying that she was recently arrested. I know Didi Lodina at them. The words were too barbaric. It was too profane. It was harsh. I was like, a woman, how can you be insulting your fellow woman like that? See, Ghana is a peaceful country. Ghana is one that always exercises the free speech. But when you go to other countries, trust me, you can't do what you are doing here in Ghana. Look at the, is it Zambia or the Zimbabwe or something? Oh, one country like that. The president is a female. She was arresting
Tanzania.
Tanzania.
She's a lady.
She was arresting TikTokers.
Yes.
Because they were using her sound.
And they will break your joint, either your arm or your leg.
And I'm saying then Nakabai I said Mahama
Yeah.
because we will mock you, even go as far as using your videos to do AI.
And then we'll add
you dance.
sound to it.
That's what I've seen one Mahama and Nanado were dancing.
Yeah.
Like by now, I'm saying now, so we should, in as much as we are enjoying free speech, your free speech should come with sense.
Okay, Miss Nabi, one word on free speech, one advice to the MPP, to the ordinary Ghanaian.
Alright, so what I'll say is that free speech doesn't mean you can say anything you want. You can speak your mind, but mind what you say.
Okay.
Something that will go against someone, and even if you are speaking and you have no vivid, like you don't have evidence about it, you shouldn't really come out to say just because you've seen someone talking about it. And also yesterday when we went to the field, speaking to some of them, you can hear them saying when they also come in power, they also arrest people. President John, the NDC are arresting mostly the MPPs. So when they also come into power, they also arrest some of the NDCs. Yeah. So I think we need to really look into this one.
Yes, just as my ladies are saying, please, the fact that we have the chance, we are given the opportunity to speak on whatever we want to, we should do it with caution. Okay, not because I know the data is for you, the phone is for you. You need to be very, very careful. You don't have anybody at the top there, and so when you get yourself in problem, you will be surprised that no one will even come in for you. NDC did not send you, MPP did not send you. So please, let's be very, very careful outside there. So this is how we end it on the newspaper review. Up next is Today in History with Miss Regina Bliss.
Today is a Friday, bringing you some few global observances live on GhanaTalks Breakfast Show. Today is Aged Care Employee Day, to honor the dedicated workers who support elderly individuals. It recognizes nurses, personal cares, hospitality teams, cleaners, drivers and volunteers across residential and home-based care. Moving on, International Beer Day. Together with friends, Anna brewers and bartenders, and unite the world through different beer cultures. It was founded in 2007 in Santa Cruz, California, and always takes place on the first Friday of August. So today is beer day. Do all together with friends and say cheers. We also have National Beach Party Day, encouraging people to gather by the water, listen to music and enjoy outdoor games. How to celebrate this? Play beach games like volleyball or toss a beach ball. Pack food and drinks for a seaside picnic. Listening to a classic summer tunes or upbeat music. Yes, so today is National Beach Party Day. Stop being uptight and go out and have fun today. Lastly, we have Professional Speakers Day. To honor keynote speakers, trainers, and public speaking professionals who inform, educate, and inspire audiences. So, Professional Speakers Day. It is only brave people who can come out and speak. So do well to honor one today. And that's all for today. For some global observances, live on Ghana Talks Breakfast Show.
Thank you so much, Miss Regina Bless. So you heard from Miss Regina Bless and Miss Nabi. That is how we end it on the first segment. Up next is the news with Miss Nabi.
Are you ready to amplify your business or brand's reach and make a meaningful impact in Ghana and beyond? Partner with Ghana Talks Radio today to connect with a diverse audience across Ghana and beyond. Elevate your brand through on-air promotions and social media. Boost your brand during prime time. With Ghana Talks Radio, you can extend your reach across digital platforms. Ghana Talks Radio is not just a station, it is a community hub where your brand becomes part of the conversation. Join us in fostering connections, celebrating culture, and making a lasting impression. For customized sponsorship packages and enquiries, email contact@GhanaTalksRadio.com or call +233 202 544614. Ghana Talks Radio, giving the youth a voice.
What do you want for breakfast? How do you want your breakfast?
English breakfast, French fries.
Koko Nikosi, alo komi kesheto.
Wache.
Well, Gobe is the real deal.
Join us on Ghana Talks Radio. Let's serve you a buffet of breakfast.
From news headlines review, current affairs to social issues.
Entertainment, sports, and all the trending stories live on our mobile app and across all socials from Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 10 a.m.
With me, Pakwesi Omare,
Regina Bless,
Deborah Adoso,
and I am Esinal Fiagbedu. This is Ghana Talks Breakfast Show.
We bring you local news, business news, international, sports, and entertainment news. Right here on GTR.
Hello, good morning. You're tuning to Ghana Talks Radio, bringing you the morning news. My name is Zainab Ali. Coming up, UP executive links death of 8 officials to Galamsey fight and demands results. Mustafa Gbande pays tribute to late Murtala Mohammed as incorruptible leader 1 year after helicopter crash. Deputy Health Minister calls for strong primary care to curb maternal death in Ghana. This and other news from business, sports, entertainment, and international news coming up to you this morning. The Director of Communication for the United Party, Solomon Owusu, said the death of the 8 Ghanaians who perished in the recent military helicopter crash will be meaningless if government fails to intensify the fight against illegal mining. In a statement, Mr. Owusu described the victims as gallant Ghanaians who lost their lives in service to the nation. He argued that that honoring their memory requires concrete action on the very issues they were working to address. The helicopter crash claimed the life of 8 people, including government officials and security personnel who were reportedly on a mission related to national security and environmental protection efforts.
Their death will be meaningless unless until we are able to deal constructively with issues of Galamsey. Remember, we lost Major Mahama in Dentrobuase. It did not stop the issue of Galamsey. We are going ahead to lose 8 gallant Ghanaians, and it is still persistent. I believe that is political will, and we must move regardless of whoever is involved to deal with the issue of Galamsey. Either that the next time, it may not be just people, it may be a highly prominent, more prominent person just to remind the country that these are issues that you need to deal with. And I believe that the aspect that the wife of Abuaji said, media houses will cut that portion and be playing constantly to be reminding people in authority that indeed they died whilst fighting against Galamsey, and that we can never be tired in fighting against Galamsey.
Deputy General Secretary of the National Democratic Congress, Mustafa Gbande, has eulogized the late Tamale Central Member of Parliament, Dr. Mohammed Ibrahim Murtala, describing him as a principled, selfless and incorruptible leader who, dedicated to public service, went beyond politics. Speaking 1 year after the tragic military helicopter crash, Mr. Gbande reflected on his close personal relationship with the late MP. Mr. Gbande said the legacy of the late Tamale Central MP should inspire current and future leaders to prioritize service, honesty and sacrifice in public office. He added that the NDC and the people of Tamale Central continue to mourn the loss but are committed to upholding the values Dr. Murtala stood for.
I think that quite apart from the fact that they were party people, I've shared a very personal relationship with my brother Murtala. And since the demise, 1 year now, I've not opened my mouth on this matter because words cannot explain the circumstances under which this occurred. Because we planned it together, the event was supposed to go together, and all of the things that came. We just pray that he will rest in peace. That is what makes sense. And a reconciliation between himself and Allah, grant him peace and also to take care of the existing family. For me, the most important thing is his living family, his children and the widow, that God will strengthen them. That is the only thing that makes, sense to me. His legacies will live on. We all knew who Murtala was. We knew his principles. He was a strong, convictious person. He was one I can stand for. That you cannot corrupt Murtala. He will not envy what you have. He will not begrudge you. His principles are that you have to respect him and he will respect you. And so these are strong legacies that will live on for us younger brothers to learn from. And so that is what I can remember him for.
Deputy Minister for Health, Dr. Grace Ayensu-Dankwa, has emphasized that strengthening primary health care delivery is critical to reducing maternal mortality rates in Ghana. Speaking during the Maternal Mortality Action and Response Program tour, Dr. Ayensu-Dankwa said maternal death can be prevented if health centers at the community level are properly equipped to detect complications. She noted that government is working to address these gaps to ensure that referred cases receive timely and adequate care. The tour forms part of the ministry's broader effort under the Maternal Mortality Action and Response Program to assess service delivery, engage frontline health workers, and implement interventions aimed at reducing preventable maternal death nationwide.
Yes, I truly believe that, and I think that we should at least do our best to work towards it. But the 20% is not really, I think, at the tertiary level. You know, when I discussed today, I said two separate issues or two different issues, even though it's a continuum. The first part is at the primary health care level. At the primary health care level, we can prevent it, and we won't get a lot of people coming to Kolibu. So to get that 20% that you're talking about, it will be at the primary care level. If we're able to identify the high-risk patients. You saw the sickle cell patient, that one is high risk. So you cannot try to deliver a baby in a sickle cell patient at the CHIPS compound or health center. So those are some of the things I was discussing. At the tertiary level, which is where we are, Kolibu, and you see how the place is full, it's a systemic problem. And that's how UNFPA comes in. Because we have something called PRIMA, which is the Presidential Initiative on Maternal Emergencies. And with that, we also have Mahama Cares that's also supporting us. What we are trying to do, especially when it comes to maternity at the primary care level, we'll piggyback or we will attach ourselves to the free primary health care and make sure that at the primary care level, they have the commodities, the equipment, and everything they need at the primary care level. When we get up to the tertiary care level, which we call the book part of it, then we are looking at, you know, the systemic issues. You saw the facility itself, the infrastructure, the chairs that the nurses were sitting on. We saw some of the beds. I mean, it's rusted. And we saw the restrooms. Thankfully, director said with IGF, they're going to be fixing all the restrooms from the top to the bottom. And also there's another land next door that the new maternity block will be built. So in the meantime, the question for me is, what do we do, or what do we provide, or how do we support so that some of these issues that we saw today will be reduced? We cannot eliminate everything, but I know that we can put in some systems, some equipment, some cleaning up to reduce some of the issues.
The Tema Regional Police Command has intercepted 866 parcels of substances suspected to be cocaine concealed in sacks of gari and allegedly prepared for export through the Tema Harbour Enclave. This was disclosed by the Tema Regional Police Commander, DCOP Erica Samoa Esiedu, during a briefing on Wednesday. According to DCOP Esiedu, the consignment was detected following intelligence-led operation by the police at the harbour. The drugs were carefully packed in sacks containing gari in an apparent attempt to evade detection by security agencies. The Ghana Police Service, in collaboration with other security agencies at the port, remain committed to clamping down on drug trafficking and other transactional crimes through the country's entry point. DCOP Esiedu urged port users and the public to volunteer information that could help in the fight against illicit drug trade.
1. Suspected cocaine concealed in gari sacks intended for export. On 5th of August 2026, at about 1950 hours, the Tema Regional Police Command received credible intelligence that some young men were loading parcels of white substance concealed in sacks of gari into a 40-footer container at a warehouse within Tema Harbour Enclave for export. Acting swiftly on the intelligence, a team of police officers proceeded to the warehouse where they met 3 persons, namely Gilano Howin, age 31, a Dutch national, John Mensah Saba, age 41, and Alhaji Idris Haruna, age 52, allegedly supervising the loading operation. The police observed
the sacks of Gary were being loaded into the container, which was mounted on a white DAF truck bearing registration number WR 1118-10. The 3 persons, together with the truck, were brought to the regional headquarters for further investigation. A search of the sacks of Gary subsequently led to the recovery of 866 parcels of a white substance suspected to be cocaine, with a street value of $6,928,000 US. I stress, $6,928,000 US. During interrogation, suspect Gilano Win allegedly stated that the substance was cocaine and claimed ownership of sale. The 3 suspects have been detained to assist investigations, while the recovered exhibits have been secured for evidential.
The New Patriotic Party has called on government to publish the full financial details behind the recent 2 Ghana cedis reduction in the price of diesel. According to the party, Ghanaians deserve transparency on how the price cut will be funded and sustained without negatively affecting other sectors of the economy. Speaking at the press briefing, NPP officials questioned the fiscal implication of the decision and asked for clarification on whether subsidies, tax adjustments or allocation from the petroleum revenue were used to absorb the cost. The NPP is demanding the Ministry of Finance and the National Petroleum Authority to provide a breakdown of the revenue sources, projected losses and measures being put in place to ensure the policy does not create new financial burdens. The 2 Ghana cedis diesel price cut announced recently has been welcomed by transport operators and the general public amid concerns over the cost of living.
Yenina yehu say petroleum prices fango ebo ewa manone ekosro petrol ne diesel ekosro no aban no nhyehyɛ ya odi to kwan mu ni say odi 2 cedis anka ewo diesel so no na yenyi mfiri so eno no eba eboa obia ba obia nya kakra etu ni botom but yenye kan say ene say wadi yete ho na be ka kire say 1 cedi bia eda ho a ewo energy sector no o de 1 cedi be ka ho na price call for more be year free so and the price ne call from no where near no o say MPA for and emfa 2 cedis no omo nyi 2 cedis em free ho no 2 cedis no say we are e de eka e beto MPA bosomi a etwa mu May any April omo yi 2 cedis no e free diesel so no about 800 million Ghana cedis and ekano ebeto ho ene ye koye nim no omu yi 2 cedis for 1 month no another 400 about roughly 400 million Ghana cedis and about beto ho na ye press conference enyoma miensa ene de tudwa one ye nyina ye te say Friday no aban no bill be called parliament or they call parliament no oko increase heavy fuel oil and no industries are almost different no and or the 1 cedi 67 pesos and a cocan which is about 700%. And I say no so ufu so be yes smuggle heavy fuel oil no now person usia no kwan and taxes na edisi no kwan enti aban no increasing tax no from 24 pesos to 193 pesos no ebeha ndumakuo a omu yusu sa heavy fuel oil no. The third in some etwaso miensa a yedo eto kwan World Bank yeti krom ha yenyina ya te say World Bank for abeka kire ye say ye energy sector no problem wo ho power sector no sika ejeje no entumi ensi akatua ni nyoma osi etuaka inframa ye de no nyama hode no entumi entuaka enti World Bank emma ye nhyehyeye ene ye sign contract say ombema yiska ama ye dia asoso enyoma bia no na no and a World Bank ba be review last year e ka kire ye say your performance in that agreement no enkoyie enti enkoyie nti no aban no emfa kwan a obefa so ama na koyie ade ba ko aban no World Bank kan ya ebu aban no for any said enyoma bia e wo say omu diska eye no Ministry of Finance e ka kire ndumakuo ni say commencement authorization tumia omo de be start adwuma no Ministry of Finance emfa ema wo mo anase eche enti anu nti no na ama World Bank no adu pempensu bi a o se ye modern bono e wo fom.
In business, Accra, Ghana's annual headline inflation rate unexpectedly slowed to 4.6% in July 2026, down from the 5.3% recorded in June. The sudden drop marks the first decline in the consumer price growth since March, according to data released by the Ghana Statistical Service on Thursday. The positive shift was primarily driven by easing food production costs and a more stable exchange rate environment. The sharp drop signals a significant milestone for local businesses and households recovering from the country's recent economic challenges. Government statistician Dr. Al-Hassan Idrisu revealed during a press briefing in Accra that food inflation experienced a sharp contraction, significantly softening the broader consumer index. The GSS reported that over 86% of Ghana's inflation is generated by domestic goods and services, meaning local factors like transport and energy are heavily dictating current pricing trends. In the space of 12 months, the speed at which prices are rising has fallen by more than half, Dr. Idrisu noted, referencing the 12.1% inflation rate recorded in July of last year. The macroeconomic relief aligns with the government 2026 mid-year budget review target presented by Finance Minister Dr. Cassiel Ato-Forson. The economy has shown broader signs of resilience, with real gross domestic product expanding by 6.4% in the first half of 2026. However, the International Monetary Fund has simultaneously cautioned the countries against over-reliance on the gold market. The global lender urged the Bank of Ghana to curtail certain quasi-fiscal operations to safeguard central bank equity and guard against future commodity price shock. The unexpected drop to 4.6% inflation injects strong optimism into the Ghanaian private sector, giving the central bank flexible room to maintain steady interest rates. While structural risks such as high public debt obligation and illegal mining vulnerabilities persist, the current price stability establishes a strong foundation. If this downward trajectory holds, Ghana remains firmly on track to sustain its projected 4.8% growth rate for the remainder of 2026. With sports, the Ghana Football Association is officially preparing to appoint a new technical head for the senior men's national team following the exit of the Portuguese tactician Carlos Queiroz, who signed a short-term 4-month contract to guide Ghana through the 2026 FIFA World Cup, saw his deal expire on July 31st, 2026. Despite leading the Black Stars to historic round of 32 finish, reports from insiders on Thursday, August State confirmed that the veteran manager will not renew his stay, forcing Ghana into a swift managerial hunt ahead of the next month's crucial AFCON qualification campaign. The 73-year-old manager brought a sense of discipline and defensive stability to the squad, securing Ghana's first knockout stage appearance at the World Cup in 16 years. Initial post-tournament talks in New York hinted at a possible 2-year extension. However, the GFA Heriachi ultimately decided to head in different direction for the long-term rebuilding process. Critics like former GFA Vice President George Efriye argue that a round of 32 exits should not be celebrated as an ultimate achievement, adding pressure on management to secure a coach capable of winning continental silverware. Compounding the urgency of the search is the rapid approach of the 2027 AFCON qualifiers, which are scheduled to kick off this September. Ghana faces a challenging Group C alongside West African rivals Ivory Coast, as well as the Gambia and Somalia. High-profile names, including long-term target Herve Renard, have already been linked to the vacant seat, though local fans are demanding a swift appointment to prevent technical disruption. Meanwhile, standard backroom staff members Desmond Ofei, Fatawu Dauda, and John Penstill are expected to remain intact to ensure transition community. The departure of Carlos Queiroz closes a brief but possessive chapter for the Black Stars, leaving the GFA with zero room for administrative delay. With less than a month to go before facing Ivory Coast and group contenders, the incoming coach must hit the ground running if the Football Association capitalize on the momentum built during the 2026 World Cup. Ghana stands a strong chance of reclaiming its status as an elite African powerhouse. In entertainment, self-acclaimed African dancehall king Shatta Wale has broken his silence regarding a broad cancellation of his Solid Out concert Shatta Fest UK at the Copthall playing field in London. British law enforcement officers officially shut down the event midway through the day after thousands of eager fans flooded the outdoor gate, pushing the venue far past its illegal occupancy limit. Defying Sundance Showbiz outrage, the Ghanaian artist released a direct address strongly supporting the police intervention, noting that the overwhelming crowd presented a legitimate threat of a fatal stampede. On global update, nearly 1 out of every 2 Africans has considered leaving their country in search of better opportunities, with unemployment and poverty emerging as the biggest factors driving migration across the continent, according to the latest Afrobarometer African Insight 2026 report. The report, titled Beyond Borders: Citizen Perspective on a Shifting Global Order, indicate that 45% of Africans have at some point contemplated immigrating, while 25% say they have thought about relocating abroad a lot. The findings represent a 40% increase in migration aspiration compared with surveys conducted between 2026 and 2028, highlighting growing economic pressures confronting many households across Africa. The report is based on round 10 Afrobarometer surveys conducted in 38 African countries during 2024 and 2025. Providing one of the continent's most comprehensive assessment of citizens' viewing on migrations, governance, trade, and international relations. According to reports, economic consideration overwhelmingly dominates migration decision. 50% of prospective migrants cited the search for unemployment as their principal reason for wanting to relocate, while 29% said they would leave to escape poverty and improve their standard of living. However, many respondents believe that crossing African borders remain difficult in practice. Nearly 2/3 said traveling between African countries is challenging because of administration, legal and logistical barriers. This is where we end today's morning news with me, Zainab Ali. Stay tuned for more updates on Ghana Talks Radio. Have a lovely morning.
Ready to amplify your business or brand's reach and make a meaningful impact in Ghana and beyond? Partner with Ghana Talks Radio today to connect with a diverse audience across Ghana and beyond. Elevate your brand through on-air promotions and social media. Boost your brand during prime time. With Ghana Talks Radio, you can extend your reach across digital platforms. Ghana Talks Radio is not just a station, it is a community hub where your brand becomes part of the conversation. Join us in fostering connections, celebrating culture, and making a lasting impression. For customized sponsorship packages and enquiries, email contact@GhanaTalksRadio.com or call +233 202 544614. Ghana Talks Radio, giving the youth a voice.
What do you want for breakfast? How do you want your breakfast?
English breakfast, French fries. Koko nikosi, alo komi kesheto. Wachi.
Well, Gobe is the real deal.
Join us on Ghana Talks Radio. Let's serve you a buffet of breakfast.
From news headlines review, current affairs to social issues.
Entertainment, sports, and all the trending stories live on our mobile app and across all socials from Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 10 a.m.
With me, Pakwesi Omare,
Regina Bless,
Deborah Adoso,
and I am Esinal Fiagbedu. This is Ghana Talks Breakfast Show.
This is Ghana Talks Breakfast Show, your morning companion.
Your morning star, right? News, views, inspiration, and great conversations. From Accra to the world, we bring the fresh stories, fresh energy every morning, full of fire and glory. Rise and shine, come join the line. Your day begins when the voices align. Ghana Talks Breakfast Show. Your daily dose, here we go. Ghana Talks Breakfast Show. Ghana Talks Breakfast Show. Only on Ghana Talks Radio. Turn it up and stay tuned for the talk that moves you and keeps your heart in tune. From the traffic to the trends, we got something for your day. Every voice, every vision, lighting up the way. Show. Ghana Talks Breakfast Show. Your daily dose, here we go. Ghana Talks Breakfast Show. Ghana Talks Breakfast Show.
welcome to the second segment of the breakfast show on Ghana Talks Radio. So today is going to be so interesting and educative as well. Already I have my guest seated right here in the studio. I have with me right here the communicator for the New Patriotic Party, Emmanuel Chambers. He's right here in the studio with me. Mr. Chambers.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
By the grace of God, I'm fine.
I'm good.
Yes,
are you surprised or you're not?
I'm not surprised at all. Why will I be surprised? Just that
you understand what I'm saying, right?
For some double days now, I've not been coming here.
Yeah.
Yes, I've been away. I was at the northern part of Ghana. So,
oh, okay. Yeah. Hope everything is fine.
By the grace.
And I hope you brought some yam, granite, and legumes.
I brought a lot.
Please, don't forget us.
I have some people, I've written their names, so I've started giving it from that I mean, I've have it from number 1 to the very last. And so I am giving it according to the number. So when I get your number, you will surely see yours.
Okay. Then I guess I will have mine too. Oh, yes. I'm on the list, right?
It will
number
come.
1 or number 5.
I will start for you. I don't know. I thought of giving you something, but let's see after the show whether I will give it to you or not give it to you.
Bestie goes. Okay. So before we move straight to a discussion for today, I would like us to do talk on this for say some 20 minutes. So former UN senior governance advisor Professor Bafo has urged Ghana's political parties to stop portraying criminal investigations involving their members as partisan attacks. He insisted that politicians must be held accountable under the law like every other citizen. So amid the debate over the arrest of persons affiliated with the party, and then he cited a New Patriotic Party, Professor Ajiman said allegations of corruption or misuse of state resources should be dealt with through the legal process rather than political rhetoric. So he observed that both the MPP and the governing National Democratic Congress (NDC) have over the years developed a tendency to defend party members facing criminal allegations instead of allowing the justice system to determine their culpability. According to him, this practice creates the impression that politicians deserve special treatment simply because of their political affiliation. So, the former UN senior governance advisor, that's Professor Ajimandria, is urging political parties, and I mean this is quite common. We've seen it with both sides, MP and NDC, when a government official is being picked up for a criminal case and he or she belongs to a particular political party, it is being termed as political witch hunt. Recently we saw that of Chamawuntumi, where the MPP are saying that,
and probably Sadina
Tamaklo.
You should have used her first.
Oh, so you won't allow me to even
All right,
land.
sorry.
It's as if you've projected me in the spiritual realm before coming here.
No, not at all. You know, I'm a very peaceful person, and you are a friend. So
you and I know you are not. So he's saying that it's bad. We should allow the law take its course. So if the law finds you culpable, there should be instances where political parties will come in to stand for you, that because you belong to my party, whether the law is right or not, I mean, you should be released. But when it comes to the ordinary Ghanaian, it's a different story altogether. Do you agree with him?
I will agree with him. For me, it's indeed a very perfect call, because if you look at what is happening in this country, I think it's quite unfair. The law is the law. Law was made for only political parties. At the end of the day, they're ordinary citizens on the street. are those that are suffering. So law is supposed to be law. Whether you are MPP, NDC, or whichever political party you belong to, the law is supposed to be the law. One thing I know for sure is that when it comes to the issue of law, irrespective of your political colorization or wherever you belong to, you are supposed to act in accordance with the law. But I don't want to take a stand on maybe a political stand here or whatever. I believe that if we have to come together as a political party to fight on behalf of someone that have committed a political that have committed a crime, I think we are we are giving the opportunity to other people to commit crimes in view that when my party comes to power, they are going to liberate me from wherever I'm kept. They are going to liberate me and free me from the crime I've committed. For example, if you see what Sadinam Tamakula has done, look, the 8 criminal cases leveled against her were all clear, and everything was stated without any equivocation. You can see that this lady, one way or the other, knew and was aware of the crimes leveled against her. She decided to run away from the country. She decided to show up when her political party came to power, and now she has been freed. You understand? She has been freed.
But they gave reasons why she was
What
free.
were the reasons the MPP, during the era of MPP, couldn't give? Is it that the court is no longer doing their work? And so if the same system she passed through MPP's time is the system she's passing through now, because I know law is never two, law is just one. Her case is a different case altogether today, and the same Supreme Court or whatever, High Court or whatever, say, oh, you were accused of a certain crime, and that you are indeed, your hands are not clean of the crime. Today her hands are clean from the claims, from claim 1 to the very last, claim 8. She's not convicted, and she's not any of the crimes leveled against her. She is not, guilty. That is quite surprising. That is not only said in them alone. There could be other instances, but that one is very fresh. I want to use it. So I am of the view that this political arrests, I am of the view that this political support is not best for us. I don't know if that is happening in some other countries, but in Ghana, one thing I know for sure is that, look, when it comes to the issue of MPP, if you have committed a crime, you are seen as someone who is not clean. But in NDC, when you commit a crime and they come to power, they free you. You know exactly what I'm talking about. So I side with her.
So do you just say when
for me,
NDC comes in power?
I don't think, look, you see the case of Chairman to me and other people. If MPP comes to power today, they will not just go and tell that, oh, Charlie, we have freed you, go. That's not what they are going to do. They will have to look into the matter. Because you and I know that Chairman to me today is a political prisoner.
Why is he a political prisoner?
If you are fighting Chairman to me because of Galamsey, for the reason he's in jail today is because of Galamsey. Can you and I say that the activities of Galamsey has been stopped? Obviously no. Galamsey is still ongoing. The activities of Galamsey today has been tripled. Government officials, MPs belonging to the other side, that's the NDC, they are involved in Galamsey. Regional ministers are involved in Galamsey. DC is going ahead, giving receipts or whatever to Galamsey in the daylight, in the full glare of the media. You cannot tell me they are not involved in Galamsey. People are involved in Galamsey. So but because they are political, look, I am saying that Wontumi is a political prisoner.
I want to understand why you are putting it
Wontumi is a political prisoner because all accusations leveled against Wontumi, somewhere along the line, they were saying that his lands was used for illegal mining. So it means he has a land. Some people are using for illegal mining. Is that a reason enough
to them?
Is that a reason enough to arrest him and give him 20 years
of
in
course,
prison.
because when you
And
look at
I'm
the
telling you,
Minerals
if that is the tangent you want to go, then almost all the chiefs around Galamsey areas will
that
be
is
arrested.
if you are caught in the sin.
So
the
you
law will
don't
come after you.
So a DC that issue a receipt to a Galamseya, are you telling me that DC don't know which land or how the land was given out to the Galamseyers? Is that what you are trying to tell me?
If you have evidence that shows that, well, this chief is doing that.
If you don't have evidence, your work as a DC is to help protect the land, resources located around the area. You don't have evidence to the fact that someone is mining. You don't have evidence to the fact that this land belongs to this person and and another person is mining on the land. But you have evidence and you have the guts, you have the audacity, the temerity to issue a receipt to the person. You know what we say?
Which
when
DC was that?
I think you can check. I've forgotten the name, but I'm saying that you know me too well that whatever I say is oracle.
On this show, I don't know you.
Oh, you don't know me, but that one thing about me is that I would always say what is existing. I will never quote something because media is supposed to guide us through. So,
what do you mean by that?
We if someone threatened Naimos fighting against Galamsey, now you as a member of parliament, part of a ruling government, decided to, send your boys to bring or withdraw the Naimos from the fight. That's Honorable Ebenezer Kokuadu. That was what he did. It means by all indications that you are doing Galamsey. Naimos are government officials fighting against Galamsey. And you, a senior member, a person that is supposed to make laws to protect our lands, our water bodies, you are also fighting against the Naimos. In fact, part of the ruling government. How will you convince me this person is not part of Galamsey? What do you need? Do you need a soothsayer? What other evidence do you need to prove that this particular person is not part of Galamsey? He's not doing Galamsey. He's doing it. They are hiding under the carpet. The government that is noted for doing Galamsey is NDC, and that is why Sami Jemfie and Co. People that were shouting for Nanadu and government officials to end Galamsey. That's why they don't go to buy gold directly from the Galamseyers.
Wait.
So these are clear indications.
Wait, what you just said right now. Are you trying to insinuate that Gold Board, because what I know is that Gold Board buys gold directly from small scale miners, not Galamseyers.
They are not buying from Galamseyers.
So do you have a proof? If today they should come for you to prove that
there's no any evidence stronger than evidence.
So you
self-evidence is powerful.
So you have a self-evidence.
I am saying that we even have Galamseyers. We have those boys at the Galamsey areas making videos and posting it and telling government that, look, you are deceiving us. The prices of gold, the amounts you buy from us, the change you've been giving to us, we are not going to sell our gold to you at that price again. You understand? So those boys are there, or media houses, you can do your checks, they are there. This is what we call self-evidence. There's nothing stronger than self-evidence in the court of law.
Because there have been instances where the CEO of Gold Board, Sami Jemfie, has debunked those claims that Gold Board do not buy gold directly from illegal miners.
What do you expect him to say? A thief would never agree to say he's a thief.
So in other words, they are thieves?
Don't you know NDC government is full of thieves? Are you not aware?
I don't know.
NDC government today, I'm telling you, they are full of thieves. When they took power, they promised heaven and earth. They were going to liberate ordinary citizens from slavery. But today, as we sit, that is no longer the topic. Today, as we sit, what they are doing is that they are protecting their boys. What their boys will say today is not a crime. When MPP member says it becomes a crime.
Example.
Baba Amandu, he posted something that so many times people have posted. He was picked up.
What exactly did he post?
What is it? Just making pictures of, someone, the LGBT. He made pictures, colors of the LGBT, put it on someone and posted it. That ends it. Then he was arrested. Something that someone did in the past. Something that someone did in the past and was and was forgiven by a humanitarian leader, Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo. You understand? And so I am of the view, and I am saying that, look, we have seen a lot of political arrests. We've seen a lot of political prisoners. We've seen a lot of, considering certain crimes wealthy and others worthless by this NDC government. In fact, this kakistocracy governance they are going in a tangent that if urgent and responsible steps are not taken into consideration, soon and very soon, in 2028, whatever it is, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is going to win power. And when that happens, NDC guys will start running away from this country.
Why?
Without even the threat of anybody. We are not going to.
Why are they going to run?
Because they know that the illegal way and illegal punches they've punched MPP members. They know, and therefore I'm saying this: if care is not taken, when NDC leaves power, and we will have some other members of MPP that are going to pay NDC back in their own coin, it's going to be worse. It's going to be worse. The president today, John Dramani Mahama, will be the first and the focal point. He will be the first to be picked.
But do you know, even when you people came in the first time, you gave him his share? You gave him his share, or you didn't give him any share?
Nanadu, is it
President Mahama?
His share of what?
When he came, before they came to know, yes, when they came in to power, President Mahama said he wasn't allowed to take a flight. I think the business is the first class, right? Business is the first class, yes, right? You people denied him a first class, and then you gave him a lower class.
What was the reason?
The reason was because, well, the reason may be best known to
your government. I don't know the reason. Maybe you have the reason.
You did that.
You see, let's move away from this.
No, it's because of what you said. That's what they're saying.
Yes, I am saying that this reason, I don't know of it, and if that's happened, then that is to say it happens for a purpose. Because John Dramani Mahama, when he left power in 2016, if we had wanted to chase him like what he's doing today, the SADA program alone could have given John Dramani Mahama 30 years in prison. SADA program. He squandered the money. We would have forced him to go to Burkina and some other areas to bring back the guinea fowls. I tell you, SADA motor kings, they deceived some ordinary citizens, ordinary Ghanaians in the northern part of Ghana, and took their money, all in the name of giving them motor cares, packed them in the warehouses, sold them to their members. That alone would have sent John Dramani Mahama and his boys
but is that
to
not
prison.
Common with
MPs
all
on double
politicians?
salaries.
Is that not common with all politicians?
How is that common? I tell you that millions of dollars went into SADA. Millions of dollars went into SADA. Nanadu is the most peaceful and a loving leader I've never seen in this world. What John Dramani Mahama did from 2012 to 2016 was so appalling that should have landed him in jail. Some MPs were on double salary, but Nanadu decided to forgive all of them. In fact, people that were doing illegal mining, Nanadu fought it to some point. Today, JM is back. He is not doing what we call select and fight. I don't know how to even describe it. But today, this person is doing Galamsey. He's an MPP member. He's a member of MPP. Pick him up, lock him, jail him. He has said this. He has posted this. Today, if you say anything, I'm even afraid. As I'm here, all that I'm saying, you see that anytime I speak, I look outside. You know why? I'm afraid
that
you can be here and they'll come and pick you.
Who will pick you?
The NDC.
If you're speaking with facts, I guess you shouldn't be scared.
I am telling you that if you have promised us that when you come to power, you are going to, sign the LGBTQ plus bill, and you came to power, you couldn't do anything about it, madam. Someone posted it, just posting. Now, the person was picked up, just posting the image of LGBT, just the colors of LGBT, and putting someone, head on it. The person was arrested. given a heavy bail condition. Why? What's going on? What is it that you people are not telling us? And most of the media houses were quiet.
Quiet on what is exactly?
On the Baba Amando's arrest. Why was the guy picked up?
But why will you post that in the first place?
Things that were posted. He only reposted something posted by some ministers and some ministers today.
I'm sure you posted that based on something. You cannot just wake up and post something.
Yes, you promised us to fight. You promised us that you were going to sign LGBT. You told us that Nanadu failed in his Kantian categorical imperative to sign the LGBT because of borrowing and all stuff. Now you are in government. When the bill was even introduced as a private members bill, you said no, you don't want it. The president today said no, he doesn't want it to be introduced as a private member bill. You want it to be introduced as a government bill or government sponsored bill, right? It was introduced. The very clauses you were fighting Nanadu to sign, you decided to eliminate those clauses, and that you were giving some people, some persons in this country the opportunity to do LGBT. Others, no. You understand?
You know, everyone is entitled to a legal counsel.
And when that happens, and someone is not siding with you, someone decided to criticize you, someone decided to say that, no, that wasn't what you promised. You pick the person. Look, you know what the NDC is doing? We are very much aware. Today, when you say something, they will come and arrest you. Do you know the reason they are doing that? The NDC government knew, and they are very much aware that all the promises, all the policies they said they were going to implement for the ordinary citizens, they cannot, and they have not even started them. Therefore, if they don't sanitize, if they don't scrutinize media, people are going to expose them. That is the very reason the NDC is introducing a lot of macho men and using police to arrest anyone that speaks against them. That is the bottom line. The 24-hour economy, they know we'll talk about it. The 24-hour economy, they know we'll talk about it. The 133 formula, they know we will talk about it. The Women's Development Bank, they know we'll talk about it. The apprenticeship program, they know we'll talk about it. So many other things they promise the ordinary Ghanaians. If you promise to give nurses good condition of services, and that one they were even going to protest against a certain condition they are not pleased with, you are asking the police to go and arrest them. You know people will talk about it. So that is why they are creating and putting panic into the system. That is why today, as we said, Article 21 Clause 1A of the 1992 Constitution is in doubt. As to whether it is fully operating, we don't know. Because whatever you say today, and when you criticize the government, the next day you are picked up.
Was it not same during your
you have no evidence to this effect. We have individuals in this country.
A lot.
We have individuals in this country. The chairman of NDC today, Sedun Katia, in 2007, he said criminals were going to the poll to elect a criminal leader to lead the party. When before was leaving office, he said the MPP. That was when we were prepared. About 17 people were going to the poll to.
And
we were going for the primaries. He mentioned MPP. That was a statement. He said 4 or 5 days today in his interview. Sedun Katia said, John Dramani Mahama, His Excellency, is an honest president, and he's someone that is truthful, not like Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Is Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia a liar?
Maybe he has his own reasons.
Is Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia a liar?
Well, Doctor, I can't say whether he's a liar or not. But do you remember?
Let me say this.
Do you remember he made a lot of promises
which promises?
Which he didn't fulfill.
Which one?
He said he was going to arrest the dollar, and then the key was given to the IGP.
See.
Let's move. Wait, I want to land on a question. Okay. And then he made mention of he's going to build toilet facilities, which he even promised his own people.
Okay.
But we didn't see that happening. He made a lot of promises.
So does it mean that if a politician says he's going to do this and he didn't do it, he is a liar, right?
I should be asking you because you are a politician.
Let's establish that. Do you know the promises John Dramani Mahama made to the people of this country in 2012? How many of them has he been able to achieve?
Mention some for us.
He said he was going to pay assembly members in 2012. He won power. He never paid anyone. No assembly member then received a peswa. He said he was going to build units at Galamsey areas. I mean, areas that were noted for mining, so that they can provide some facilities to mining areas. Now, he also told us that he was going to increase the prices of cocoa. Today, as we sit, cocoa farmers are crying. Are we calling him a liar? So many other things. Look,
the cocoa,
I'm telling
issue.
He said
the cocoa issue.
Okay.
Even your time, you promised the Ghanaian people, but you didn't increase it.
You said today. You see, the amazing thing is that when it comes to free senior high school, you cannot say that it was Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia that enrolled it. You say Nanadu. But when you come to a promised, a policy that was not fully implemented, then you say it was Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia that lied to Ghanaians. Why is it so?
But Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, even if he works, so he is the vice president, and then Akufo-Addo was the president. So they might collaborate together, but he comes out to relay the info. So when he relays it, when you are relaying it, you don't relate it with a tag on the president. You come in front to say it as an individual. So you should expect us to hold you accountable by your words.
If Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia said,
but do you remember you people term him as the economic Wizkid Sewizadu.
And I'm telling you, doctor, when it comes to economics, nobody can match Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia.
So he managed our economy very well.
If you go and take 2017 to 2019, I tell you, the best country we ever wanted, the best country, the best conditions of services we ever wanted in this country was during 2017-2019. Nanado's first term was so amazing until the intervention, until the coming of COVID-19. We can never speak the worst part of Nanado's regime without mentioning COVID-19, unless otherwise we want to hide under carpet. Surprisingly, there's this thing I want to say. We live in this country. Some days back, Lawyer Haruna, the education minister today, he came out and said they were going to create vacancies, about 50,000 vacancies for teachers. At the end of the day, how many vacancies were created? Did you call Lawyer Haruna a liar? Lawyer Haruna again said they were going to enroll automatic teachers posting. Today, there's nothing like automatic teachers posting. John Dramani Mahama, in fact, automatic teachers posting was part of their policies. Today, it is not so. Do you call them liars? But because Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia said he was going to arrest the dollar, that is why people now term him as a liar. Who termed Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia as a liar? Is that easy people?
But you know, even the MPP, you know, even MPP, your members themselves are calling him Bao liar.
Who has ever called Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia as a liar and the person is an MPP member? Who?
Your party members.
Who? Your party members. If it is Emmanuel Chambers, mention Emmanuel Chambers.
No, your party members made mention.
Which of the party members?
Bawumia is a liar.
It is not true. Excuse my language. It is not true. Wherever you had this information from, it's not true, because you have no evidence to the fact that someone, a member of MPP, called Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia as a liar. Mahmoud Bawumia is a genuine politician. He is one of the humanitarian leaders we can ever have. And I tell you, if you want this country to move forward, the only person we have to give chance in 2028 is Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. If you want this country to move forward, a politician that has, a politician that has never retaliated, that has never insulted anyone in this country. So I think, as for Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, he's one of the politicians that we should adore, we should all support, so that 2028 he will get there and that every Ghanaian child will smile. That is it. As we said, so many other things are going on and we are not too okay. But I want to use 2 minutes of your time. I don't know. I want to speak on something. Right. I want to actually use this media platform to appeal to the NDC government. The leader of NDC government, John Dramani Mahama. Look, they've gone to Konkomba Yam Market in Accra here, and they demarcated the land to construct 24-hour economy. You see that land over there? It's a land that almost all the Concombers' lives are depending on it. That market is what is feeding most of us. That market is what most of our guys are depending on to pay their school fees. And that's, if they attempt destroying the market because of the 24-hour economy, I tell you, they are going to kill a lot of souls. A lot of individuals will be stranded in Accra here, especially with the Concombers. The fact is this: if John Dramani Mahama, if he doesn't have any personal feelings or any negative feelings against us, he should not try it. There are so many lands in Accra here. They can get a different land, but for that particular land, in fact, they should not try it. It's going a long way to kill most of us. In fact, people will die. A lot of people are doing marketing, doing business in that market. Konkoma Yam Market is reserved for us, and that is the place we harvest our yams and we come to sell. There are so many markets that they can use them for the 24-hour economy. We are not saying 24-hour economy is not good, but we are saying that land, they should give it to us. That is where we are feeding. That is where most of our women, our men, in fact our young ones are feeding from. Therefore, they should try as much as possible not to destroy that market. They should discard that decision. That is a miscarriage and a very bad decision. If they attempt to do that, in fact, things will not go on well. I also want to call on the leadership of the people in that yam market to rise up, put their political differences aside. Whether you are MPP, NDC, this is the time we need one another. We have to come together and protest against it. If you sit there as an NDC member, NDC chairman, whoever you call yourself, and you don't engage well with your political party to stop that miscarriage decision, and that decision is implemented, they will come and destroy the place. And all of the people that are doing business there. In fact, I don't know what to say, but I know for sure he's going to go against us. Thank you so much.
He's going to go against us.
Yes.
So that was an appeal from Mr. Emmanuel Chambers. So we'll move straight to our first topic for discussion. But before that, you're asking me whether I know Kennedy Japan, said Dr. Baumia is a liar. You know, I will not allow you to keep me hanging. To our first topic.
Why the NDC guy is running away?
He will come. He's on his way.
Okay.
He will get here very soon. My producer told me that he's on his way, so he will get. Why? You're waiting for him, man.
I'm waiting for him.
He will come.
Okay.
He will come.
He's a friend. I just wanted to say.
Oh, you've missed him.
Not as such, but I just wanted to listen to what you want to say.
I've heard you. So to our first topic for discussion. Yesterday there was a protest by the New Patriotic Party. I had quite a conversation with Emmanuel Chambers, and it looks as if he's so much excited. I can see that. So yesterday there was a protest by the New Patriotic Party, and that was because they are claiming that, oh, here comes the king.
Here comes the
king.
Hey. He's the king, right?
You're welcome.
It's been a while.
So the New Patriotic Party yesterday held a demonstration, and they claimed that the democracy is under an attack, and then their freedom of speech is being infringed upon, and so they have to take a step towards that. And I think one thing they also mentioned was that they feel like their people are being taken without to them without a vivid cause. And so they've mentioned a lot. One has to do with Chamawuntumi being arrested and then Sedina Tamaklo being discharged. They don't see the reason why Sedina will be discharged and then Chamawuntumi will still be in jail. So because, you know, we don't just sit here to speak about issues without backing it with enough evidence, and that is why we bring in here knowledgeable panelists that are going to speak to the issues. So we have here, as I earlier on mentioned, the NDC communicator Emmanuel Chambers and
the MPP.
Hey. So I'm giving maybe in the future.
No, come on.
Maybe in the future, be an NDC communicator. Okay. So sorry for that. He's the MPP communication team member, and We have the NDC communication team member also, Modastri Brahima, also joining us right now. Mr. Chambers, yesterday we saw the protest, and then we saw what happened, and in the course of the protest, Samia Awuku made a statement. He said he was surprised to see the turnout of the New Patriotic Party members yesterday, and to him, seeing that massive turnout means that MPP has already won the upcoming election in 2028. Since you are here representing the party, is that so? Does the turnout bring up a positive signal that the MPP is winning the election in 2028?
Thank you so much for the opportunity. I believe that statement made by our very own MP was a statement of truth and a statement of fact.
Okay.
I believe that anyone and any other media houses that actually came to the scene was surprised. And for us, our focal point was not to win 2028 elections. Our protest was not to win 2028 elections. We were not doing campaign. We only sent a message out there that, look, ordinary citizens are not smiling. Our democracy is under attack. Therefore, we need to go out and register our displeasure to the government. Multitude of individuals from Accra joined. So, whatever the reason could be, we would have to boil it down to the fact that Ghanaians are not smiling. The rising hardship or economic hardship in this country, the rising unemployment level in this country, the activities of Galamsey in this country is exposing this government. All the policies they made to the good people of this country, all that they said, the 24-hour economy, the Women's Development Bank, so many other things, teachers automatic posting or whatsoever, everything today is still in the pipeline. Though I don't know what is actually in the pipeline, they are keeping everything there. And today, as if that is not enough, but today, if we sit down to talk about the hardship in this country, if we sit down to talk about the unemployment in this country, if we sit down to talk about the field or how this government has failed us, the next day you are picked up. If we talk about the fuel prices, the petroleum, the increment in petroleum products, the next day you are picked up. What is it? What happens to, I always say this, what happens to Article 21, Clause 1A of the 1992 Constitution, freedom of speech? The censorship in the country is too high. The reason the NDC is doing this is because they don't want any citizen to voice against or criticize against the government. And any government that is not wealthy enough to stand against criticism, it means by all indication that that government has already failed its citizens. And that government is qualified to be described as a kakistocracy government. That government is full of, people who are deciding, and whatever decision they've taken, that ends it. That is a pure dictatorship. You understand? So out there yesterday, it was obvious. We embarked on peaceful demonstration, and we actually achieved our aim because most of the Ghanaians are reasoning up. And yesterday, the number that avails out there indicates that whatever it is, the ordinary citizens, the ordinary Ghanaians, the NDC have deceived. It has come to light. And this is a time we have to come together and register our displeasure and register our dissatisfaction to the government that, look, the free speech you've censored, these political prisoners there, this political protest. In fact, it is time for you to liberate us. It is time for you to free us. It is time for you to give us the freedom to speak our mind. Stop, picking up MPP guys. Today, what the NDC will say, and it is not a crime. When MPP member says that, it becomes a crime. So many other guys, TikTokers are picked today. Something a pastor said, that the NDC or about what's the name?
Buried 30 cows.
Yeah, that the NDC buried
30
cows or whatever. A pastor said it. The pastor is out there walking freely. A TikToker said it, and it becomes a crime. So I am of the view, and I am saying that what happened yesterday wasn't for the interest of MPP. No, it's in the interest of every ordinary Ghanaian. Today it is Baba Amando. Today it is Emmanuel Chambers that is picked up. You sit down and say, oh, for me, my hands are clean. Tomorrow it will be you. I am praying and hoping that in 2028, inshallah, we know Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is going to win. And that's, when that happens, I am praying so well that the MPP should not retaliate. And I know MPP will have good people, not like this political party formed from revolution. This political party that believes in war, they believe in riot, they believe in, let's attack. No, we are not that kind of people. We are law-abiding citizens. I know MPP will never retaliate. They will never do what the NDC is doing. A typical example is, we have the chairman of NDC today made a lot of uncultured statements against MPP when we were in power. We never picked him up. We have Sam George and Co. said a whole lot of things. We didn't mind them. Even senior high school students insulted and threatened the former president, Nana Ado Akufo-Addo.
They were dismissed.
3 days they were called back. Nana Ado issued a statement that they should call them back. That is not the case today, please. That's not the case today. I never and I will never accept or tolerate any uncultured statement. For me, since when I started communication, I've never said anything into media so negative. No, I am not encouraging it. But I am saying that citizens must be free to speak their mind. We should not and should never be censored. We should not be limited to what to say and what not to say. This is a country. The government today fed on lies. The government today used that means of winning election. And they know that when they allow that to happen, we are going to win 2028 elections. So they want to regulate our mouths. They want to regulate our mind. They want to regulate everything. I am saying that, look, the best for the NDC, they better start implementing the policies and promises they made to the ordinary Ghanaians.
Okay.
As for chasing us, as for chasing the NPP members, we have accepted. We can all go to jail. Chamaun to me is a political prisoner. We are asking them to free him. We are telling them that our TikTokers, they should allow them to speak their mind. And that settings of going to arrest an NDC member of passing a comment against Bawumia. Look, Bawumia, the following they say, oh, allow the gentleman to go. We know those things are settings. So.
And you think that is right for someone who is who wants to be president of Ghana?
What is not right?
And then you know fully well
look,
that
we have a lot of bloggers.
Yeah, so I'm I can't say. I want to land on something. So this is someone who wants to be a president of Ghana, right?
Exactly.
And then we know very well that when you speak ill against a leader of this country, it's uncalled for. We know that as for politicians, you want to buttress everything with politics, but it's truly uncalled for. But in a case where somebody is being arrested for doing something wrong, like threatening the life of a president, and then a leader who you are supposed to caution the person goes back to meet with the person and make it look as if this person is right in whatever he's saying. Don't you think it's bad?
When you ask God to kill a president of a country, is it a right? Is it a right thing? Sami Jimfi today, in fact, is sent today to NDC. Someone they are protecting to become a president one day for them was some time ago calling on God to kill Nanadu. We allow it. You see, when it comes to democracy, democracy entails a lot. That if you don't have the heart, you cannot live in a democratic country. If you don't have the heart, if you don't stand for democracy, allows criticism. If you are the type that will not accept criticism, if you are the type that will not accept insult, if you are the type that will not accept what an ordinary person will say, then you don't live in a democratic country.
So do you mean during your administration you tolerated everything the Ghanaians said?
A whole lot.
I'll come back to you.
I am always ready.
Mr. Brima.
Yes, please.
So he made a lot of claims. He said freedom of speech is being suppressed by your government right here. They don't get the chance to talk, to speak their mind. Anytime they say something, they are being picked up by your government, and they feel like that is a threat to democracy. Do you see it as such?
First of all, I'd like to say a very good morning to my brother Evan Chambers, and good morning to yourself. And thank you for having us here once again.
And I miss you anyway.
I miss you too. It's been a while. Yeah, it's been a while since we met. And it's okay to demonstrate. I mean, demonstration is part of our laws. Everyone is allowed to demonstrate, to express your views on what they think is right or wrong going on in the country. And if my brother Evan Chambers feels the color of my phone should be red, he has every right to demonstrate whatever he wants. But the crux of the matter then comes with the reason for which you are demonstrating or protesting.
My name is Emmanuel Chambers.
Emmanuel Chambers, yes, not even Chambers, no, Emmanuel Chambers. So the crux of the matter then comes to do with why you are protesting, for which reason you want to rally Ghanaians behind you. Now, they are saying that democracy is under attack because they feel their members have been picked up for saying certain things. Freedom of speech is guaranteed, but freedom after speech is not guaranteed, depending on what you say. Why? He cited an example of Semi Jamfi. If I say God should kill someone, I didn't say I will kill someone. Those are two different things. If you allege that the president has slept with young people, you must prove it. He who alleges must prove, and that is what our law says. There is case of defamation and falsehood. If you say that the lid of this bottle is red and it is orange, you are telling lies. You are perpetrating falsehood out there, and our laws are against it. It's not me, it's not him. It doesn't lie on him to tell us. It lies with the court for you to go and prove your case. Those are the things that are going on. I mean, during their time, they used to tell us that, oh, it's the police that is doing their work. Today, it's not the police that is doing their work. It is the security people that have been allowed to do whatever they want.
Taking orders from above.
So does that mean that during your era, the police that were picking up people took orders from above? Then that means you are being hypocritical. You are being double standard. Because at the end of the day, the security people see what they deem fit as against the law, and they send it to court for prosecution. They don't do it themselves. Why? During your era, we had the likes of Bongo Ideas. He didn't even say anything. He just went to write certain things about the former first lady on Twitter. He was picked up, beaten, tortured. His laptop till today and his phones are not with him. Captain Smart cannot even count the number of times he was picked up. Semi Jamfi was picked up several times for making allegations of he knowing about a certain military man involved in certain things. He was picked up. Semi Jamfi you are talking was picked up during your era.
Onerous conditions like you do.
Please, can you
no, so you see, so there are different things. If you have been able to, justify the fact that you equally did same, because at that time you felt that certain things that were said needed to be proved. Certain things were going to cause anarchy in the system. Today, if someone says that this tribe and this tribe, they are supposed to fight for war to happen, what you are saying, you are inciting people against each other. It is wrong against our laws. We need to come for people to know that what you are saying, it is not right. There are hate speech. You can disagree with the government, the policies of the government. Why? Emmanuel Chambers, as you have been going from one radio station to another, having been picked up? No, because you know what to say. So we should caution our fellow communicators to be decorous in their communication. Why? The girl that has been sentenced to 1 year imprisonment for, making falsehood and allegations against the president, which she couldn't prove in court. She pleaded guilty because she knows that what she said was wrong. She could have, highlighted some policies she doesn't agree with that are being implemented. You mentioned Women's Development Bank, you've mentioned Galamsey issues, you've mentioned high cost of unemployment that you have mentioned as reasons why you do not agree with some of the policies of the government. It is right. It is in your right, but there are certain words and certain things that you mustn't say. You understand? We are free to say whatever we want to say, but specifically, the things you are saying, are they against the laws of the Republic of Ghana? Are they inciting violence? Why? Lawyer Oliver Bakavomo was picked based on treason for certain comments that he made. I am happy that today the ordinary Ghanaian can protest and reach the doors of Jubilee House and get to the gate. During your time, we were stopped at 37 Military Hospital. Look at the distance between 37 Military Hospital and the Jubilee House. We were told that the Jubilee House is what's the word you guys used to use?
You know it better.
They used to tell us that it is a security zone.
They stopped us yesterday as well. We
no,
have to
please.
use our way out.
You were given the opportunity. You know, you didn't use your way out.
Oh, we use our way out.
Emmanuel, let me flow. You didn't use your way out. You discussed the route and you were allowed by the security operatives and the presidency appointed someone to come for a petition because he was aware you were coming. That tells you how welcoming we are to democracy. The democracy you say is under attack. No, you've been allowed to demonstrate. So how is that democracy under attack? Kabi, you have the right to be able to demonstrate under our laws. You've been allowed to demonstrate. You say democracy is under attack. If democracy was under attack, we would not even allow you to demonstrate in the first place. Are you not shy that you couldn't allow people to demonstrate to reach the Jubilee House? Today we've allowed you to reach the Jubilee House and you're saying the same thing. And they go on to go and disrespect the presidency. People who were asking for respect. The presidency has appointed a senior government official to take in your petition. A petition that you speak about democracy. Then you go on to disrespect a woman who was appointed standing in for the president of the Republic of Ghana. You went there and disrespected and said she is a nobody, and you didn't think that she was supposed to come for the petition. How insensitive can you be? How reckless can you be in your commentary against women in leadership, against people in leadership? Today, if Emmanuel Chambers is being appointed at the presidency, whatever portfolio you get, I will not look down upon you. Because the fact that you even have access to the presidency shows that you're not a small person, or shows that I need to give that respect. They are even like it. Next time, I think, a security person should come for the petition. So that the disrespect will be properly... No, I'm telling you that, yes. So the disrespect will be properly put in place.
Okay.
You understand? We cannot bring someone of Nana Yar'Adua status for you to come and say that, you are being disrespected. Now, you went on to speak about some prosecutions that are going on. Why? You are the same people that implemented the laws, changed the laws of the Galamsey issues from 3 to 5 years to 15 to 20 years under your government because you wanted to deal with Galamsey. One of the kingpins which we used to preach was involving Galamsey, which was proved by your own lands minister in his press release stating that one of your chairman, Wuntmi, was involved in Galamsey. Why? You could have investigated him during your tenure, sent him to court for him to prove himself. But then if we came and we arrested him, we would have had a solid reason to say, no, that person has been vindicated by the court of law. Why are you arresting him? But you didn't do that. If not a change of government, meaning you wouldn't have even prosecuted your own. You went after so many NDC people. Should we speak about Ato Forson? Should we speak about Semi Jemfi? Should we speak about our own people that you put on trial during your term? So it is normal for security operatives, our security apparatus to go for people who do not speak well, who speak against the laws. My brother should have told me that, the statement this person make does not go against the law.
Okay.
You say that NDC has buried these kind of people. You must prove it. You have evidence. If I see today and say something that is against you, my brother, I must have evidence to be to prove it. If I don't have evidence, I don't have to say it, because it is going to go against your reputation, your person, perhaps your business or your company. And so, for that matter, we need not to tolerate these things. You understand? The likes of Miracle Abuaje and Co, who are standing, who are being investigated, they've never been sent to court, who are being investigated for so many issues, are not being investigated because they are loud mouths. Why? You that you were in government, no one regulated your speech, cry, you lost election. You think when you go in opposition that we are supposed to gag you? You who had a whole government machinery behind you to win an election, all your communication, wherever that, let's say you had resources, you couldn't even win an election with that. Now that you don't have resources, that you think that we the NDC are going to gag you, what are you going to say that Ghanaians haven't heard before? When today they are experiencing good governance. Today we have the dollar to cedi ratio for over 6 months. Today we have a stable dollar to cedi ratio. That is what the people are looking for. Exchange rate is stable. Today we have a single digit inflation. We were in this country when we had inflation move up to 54%. The records are there. Today we have 9 forest reserves that we have taken back as a nation, where you marked as red zones. We have come and made sure that we return those forest reserves to the people of Ghana. We have repealed the law, the LI 2462, where you allowed people to mine in forest reserves. We have repealed the law, forest reserve. When we were growing up in our basic school, we were taught that forest reserves are meant to be reserved for the future, are meant to be reserved for our what do you call it, our livelihood, our well-being as a people. You came and gave portions of it to people to mine in it. How insensitive can you be? Then today, all those things are happening today. Today, the people are feeling the good. Today, we have repealed so many taxes they brought on the people. COVID-19 levy is not there. We have e-levy is no longer there. We have betting tax is no longer there. Don't you think they are bringing relief to the people? And we are still finding ways to fund your own policies that you brought in the free senior high school. Today, we have unprecedented funding of the free education. These are the good policies. We have implemented free primary health care, and we have been able to make sure that we give teachers posting at the right time, and they are getting their posting. We are doing it in 2 batches. You understand? We have done the first batch. In November, we'll do another second batch. When you go to the Foreign Affairs Ministry, we have passport applications going on smoothly. Today, the middlemen doing passport application are no longer the people go and feel comfortable and apply through online. We have 16 regions in Ghana. All of them have passport application centers, unprecedented. That is our scorecard. What is your scorecard? That for us to be afraid of you? How? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? I'm struggling to just look at all the ministries which is not doing well under the presidency. Then I'll just surrender. When you go to the agric ministry today, we have seized water pumps, excavators, and we have given it to our farmers to farm. Agric ministry is doing so well. We have introduced our what do you call it, Nkuko Nketenkete program, where we have given our farmers, these farmers who are into poultry. Those are the policies that are sustainable for people to be able to get livelihood. We have launched our Ejima Rural program, where young people are being given the opportunity to learn skills. We have launched the seed program for tertiary education who have businesses, for us to support them with funds. National apprenticeship program, where we are going to send you to a master for you to learn how to sew. We did that last year. We are rolling out it this year again. People have applied. Over 100,000 of citizens. We have launched our 1 million coders program. That is fact. People have been given laptops. Recently, we donated about 2,000 laptops to the University of Ghana to support this program, 1 million coders program. And today, we're in the IT world. Coding is helping our young people to go into IT, for them to neglect that scamming and fraud issues, to be able to do well. I'm struggling to just find a sector of the economy that is not doing well, for which reason the NDC will be gagging the young people from talking. Why? Criticism is allowed.
Okay, so is there any criteria to who is supposed to receive a petition when demonstrators are out to petition the government or any top official?
Yesterday, I was baffled. We were in a national day of mourning. 1 year down the line, we had 8 fallen heroes. 8 people who had their families' dreams shattered because of the loss of their lives. These people You see, we can be political about he's NPP, he's NDC. Tomorrow, if this my brother is no more, and we are even celebrating his 2 years anniversary, it will be insensitive on my part to go around his house to go and say I'm doing demonstration against any other thing. Insensitivity. We didn't even consider that the presidency is going to this program to honor our fallen heroes, for us to deliver a memorial lecture. At least postpone it for the sake of these people. Do you know why? Even these people may have NPP friends. We have NPP friends. Even they may even feed or have even fed before. Respect the dead. You didn't give it to us, and you decided to go. Now the presidency is going. A whole machinery you have to honor this dead. Now who is left? The chief of staff is not there. Deputy chief of staffs are not there. Senior government officials, most of them are attending to this, which you know. They knew, and so they know what they're about. And they knew very well that the presidency will have to nominate someone to receive your petition in the spirit of democracy, in the spirit of, I making sure that you are heard, you are the largest opposition political party. Then we nominate a high-profile senior government official. Nana Ajanto is not just any other person. She came in to stand to represent the Republic of Ghana. So you were insulting the president. Someone who is saying that we are arresting them for insult is even insulting us right in front of our door.
Nobody did that, please.
You can't go there and say the person is a nobody. You see, in our English language, when someone says with the greatest of respect, just know that he's coming to insult you. They'll use it as an excuse.
No.
When your friend Michael was going to say, oh, with deference to you, just insult the person and go. The difference to you, with the greatest of respect, will not do anything. You have said that the person is nobody. And she told you that I am standing to represent the president. And yesterday I was listening to her at some FM. She was even saying that the petition was not even signed. I'm not surprised. Their incompetence is even in opposition. Yeah. Their incompetence is just visible. Their incompetence is everywhere. A petition cry you didn't even sign. Yet we have received it.
Yeah. So with what you said, information reaching me has said that the Deputy Director of Operations at the Presidency, Mustafa Gbande, has described the petition submitted by the New Patriotic Party during its Democracy and Attack demonstration as lacking merit and unworthy of government attention. So he said John Dramani Mahama-led administration remains focused on governing the country and addressing the needs of Ghanaians rather than being distracted by opposition-led political demonstration. His comment came shortly after the MPP presented its petition to the presidency. So he argued that the successful organization of the demonstration itself showed that democratic freedom, including the right to assemble and express dissenting views, continue to be respected in the country. So, however, he insisted that the petition submitted to the presidency will not influence the government's priorities, arguing that it failed to raise issues deserving of serious consideration.
Oh, I'm saying that during their time. During their time. Oh, that was Emmanuel, your time will come. Please allow me.
I will come to you.
Yes,
but
let me chip in. I want to emphasize. I want to emphasize on the part Mustafa Gbande said. You see, during their time, when the police went about and they were arresting people of expressing dissenting views, they said the police was doing their work. It is the police and the security people that are doing their work today. There has not been any change. If you tell me others from above, then should I believe that during your era, when he sat here, you asked him that same question, that the people that were arrested during your era, he said, oh, most people were not arrested, but people were arrested for expressing dissenting views.
Listen,
Honorable Inus Afuseni, former MP for Tamale South, Tamale South, I think Tamale Central, he made a comment during the 2020 election, said if he was, or if he would have been the president, Dramani Mahama then, he wouldn't accept the 2020 elections, the outcome. He was picked up, that because he was trying to incite coup. Those were the things you arrested people for. So when we sit, you see, he who calls for equity must come with clean hands. Nowadays, at least come with hand sanitizer. So that we know that at least you appreciate the fact that you also had a dent on you.
All right.
But today, the things that your people are on TikTok saying, please, You are a communicator. You have communicated all your life. Have you been picked up? Because you know how to do it. You know how to communicate.
I'm being quiet because I don't want to.
Yeah, so
you know how to communicate.
His microphone is off, so let's go.
My microphone is off.
No, his microphone is off. Well, what is your retaliation to what Mr. Gbande? He said they are not going to read the petition because it doesn't carry concrete fact.
You see, that is one ample evidence of democracy being under attack. Yes, if we say that our democracy is under attack, you are saying no. And yesterday, I listened to Gbande on Joy News saying that they are not going to pay attention to it. They are focused on, making sure the ordinary citizens in the country is served. That is very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. See, our justice system in this country is completely missing. I am telling you, if care is not taken, that's what I'm saying, that when the table turns, when MPP come to power, what we are experiencing now is going to be worse. It's going to be worse.
Are you saying you're going to
some of the judges today, some of the lawyers today are sitting on the hot seat. You know why? What they are doing, the tangent where they are sending this country to, is actually not best for us. If we said yesterday that the NDC government disrespected us by sending the lady to come and receive our petition, and you are saying no, look at Gbande. Is that a statement that a cultured person, a molded person from a home should say? Those kind of uncultured statements are coming from people like them. He shouldn't have said that. Well, we are not. The best thing is, as to whether they look at our petition or they don't consider the petition the MPP have submitted, we don't have any problem. Our major target was achieved because we embarked on a peaceful demonstration. Our major target was achieved because we have submitted our petition and some of them have even read it. And whether they will send it to Supreme Court, whether they will take action on it, they are not going to take action on it. That is not our problem. But you know what? The people that availed themselves out there yesterday indicates that a lot of people are demanding answers. People are asking questions. They cannot reach out to this heartless government to ask them questions. That is why we are all coming together to put those things together, to put those questions together and submit to the government. So if the government feels they are okay, they are concentrated, they are not going to do anything, they are concentrated, all the policies they made, they are not implementing them, they are concentrated, all that they told the ordinary Ghanaians, I'm telling you, nothing is happening. You say that today, whatever, I listened to him saying that no ministry is left ajar. All the ministries are working. Hey, Charlie, is that what you are trying to tell us? Farmers are out there. They are crying. Farmers are saying that they need some incentives. Cocoa farmers are out there crying. You are trying to even impound their lands. You are not controlling farmer. A farmer who owns the lands have to take directives from the government as to how to use the land. And you are saying that Agric Ministry is fully operating and things are going on. Let's stop this hypocrisy. You sit here because you're an NDC member, you no longer put yourself in the shoe of an ordinary citizen on the streets. What has changed? You were the same people that were saying that the citizens are suffering. MPP served this country very well. And we've left a lot of beautiful legacies. We want the NDC to continue with that.
What are some of the legacies?
Free Senior High School. Today as we said, nobody can tell the stand of Free Senior High School now. Nobody. For me, where I sit, we don't know. You are saying that you are funding it. You are borrowing to fund Free Senior High School and you are happy. Something that we operated for years without borrowing to fund Free Senior High School. That is what you are doing today. The automatic teachers posting, you've promised people. Young guys are out there. Most of the people, statistics has said that most of the people voted for the NDC because of the automatic teachers posting. Today, I tell you, I don't know what is going on. You deceived us. You lied to us for power. If NDC had not won 2024 elections, we wouldn't have known the true colors of NDC. if NDC has not won 2024 elections, we wouldn't have known the true colors of NDC. Thank God. You know, that is how it is. Thank God we gave them the opportunity to rule this country for 4 years again. And when we retire NDC, we are going to retire them forever. So, what Bandit said, I think is a sign of disrespect. What he said, I think he can do better. What he said, a person of his caliber shouldn't have said that, and that he needs some home training.
Really?
Because any reasonable person in this country listening to him yesterday on Joy News will know that, in fact, and indeed, we have a lot of grown-ups who still behaves like primary one children. Yes, he did. What he did yesterday was very uncouth, very uncultured. Whether they read it, they don't read it, our plan, our decision has been achieved.
Okay.
I think that my brother needs to tone down.
No. This is so annoying. I didn't want to talk about it, but you are bringing it. I listen to him.
I am saying that.
This is something.
I am saying that, you see, we can have divergent views, but you don't attack the person.
No, I'm not attacking him. I am saying that
you
someone
accuse
who
me of
described
not having home
people
training.
went
You
in the morning. Some of us left home.
My brother, that is your case. That is your own case. Why? When I was sleeping, did anybody come to force me from my house to go and join a demonstration? Why? That is your own problem. If you wanted to burn your fat and exercise yourselves, you had the right to exercise yourselves and go on the street. That is your party. Maybe many of you sat at home, you didn't do exercise, and you decided to do National Exercise Day and fat burning. You were entitled to it. We allowed you to do it. You are talking about numbers. You bash people who don't even know what the demonstration is about. Should we use America's Abuja arrest as a typical example? You bash people who do not know what they were about. Why? Don't we know?
Please.
When people were investigating, when people were even questioning, one guy was questioning, say, "Oh, I don't even know. Me name the Omotra, but the can say, oh, the NDC
You see,
those people are bad people. What are you talking about? So you see, let us be decorate. See, let's discuss the issues. You may have disagreement with the government policies. You may have a disagreement with Mustafa Bande, what he said. He didn't say anything untoward. He said the government is focused on delivering on its 4-year mandate that the people of Ghana gave it to us. Why should we leave that and come and focus on set a petition where the laws of the republic are working? I thought you people said we should always go to court during your era. When anything we said, and people say go to court. Anything we said, they say go to court. What that mantra? What has happened to that mantra? Has anything changed? So today, if you have genuine concerns, then the laws, yes. So today, your concern is that democracy is under attack, the laws are not being respected, or what? Because the laws are being, if the laws are not being respected, you go to court. I'm going to tell the court that
we submitted a petition that was meant to go to court. Oh,
which petition? Petition to go to court like how? You said the government should take a look at.
And that is it. So you are telling us, our government officials are telling us.
I am telling you that we should take your matter to court. You NPP, we should take your matter to court.
Why you don't know? You manipulated the judiciary system.
You cannot say that.
Listen to only NDC.
How do you say that?
You manipulated the system.
How do you make such a huge allegation?
No, you manipulated the system.
How?
You manipulated the judicial system.
The High Court of Appeal, the judges,
Supreme Court is
the judges.
Sincerely speaking, I don't know who I'm listening to, so I've off the two microphones. Thank you very much. Your microphones are off. Your microphones are off. Your microphones are off. Your microphones are off. I don't know who I'm listening to. So this is becoming so interesting. You can join in with your messages as well. We are doing this with you. So we are moving straight into our next topic for discussion. If I give you the minutes and you feel like you want to retaliate to what he said, you can use your minute to do that. Okay, so to our next topic for discussion. Yesterday wasn't a good day. Let me put it that way, because we mourned the death of 8 gallant men that lost their life. That lost their lives in a tragic military helicopter crash. And so, as a result of honoring their legacy, a ceremony was being held yesterday with the president and some top government officials. But the question still remains. These 8 gallant men died as a result of Galamsey. And before the current administration took office, one of their major promise was to fight illegal mining. In fact, they gave us a time frame that they are going to bring an end to illegal mining. We are here today, 7th August, exactly 1 year, and we are still talking about Galamsey. I don't know of you, but for me, each time I speak about this issue, I get fed up because it looks as if we keep speaking about Galamsey, but then Galamsey is still on the rise. So the question is their death worth it, or is it in vain?
As we've already highlighted earlier on, that it is sad that people had to lose their lives in line of duty to serve this country. Perhaps if they hadn't put themselves out there for public service, their wives, family members will still be enjoying from their hard-earned labor in whatever field that they were. But as politicians, like the profession some of us choose, it has its own ups and downs, just like any other profession. And you must be ready to put your life out there and sacrifice for the good of this country. But it's unfortunate that the 8 people, that day I really cried. I cried, I remember I was in school when I saw it. I really cried because it was very, very sad. The thought of me imagining the manner in which it could have occurred. Then you think about if it was a family member, a relative. You think about if it was you. It could have been you anyway. Because I don't know, they were going in line of duty, going to launch a responsible cooperative mining program so that the young people who are involved in Galamsey would have a better livelihood, will have a second look at the activities that are going on that are causing, so many havoc in this country. We have health issues, we have our rivers being polluted. They decided to go and honor that program, the launch of it. And we're even hearing about some substitution that went on. Some people were supposed to go, others were not supposed to go, and it happened, and it's so sad. And for that matter, sacrifice, I call it, has really geared up the government. And we've put in place several measures. Today, excavators that are coming into the country are being tracked. In past, we didn't have that. We didn't have excavators that are being tracked, so the government can monitor whatever excavators are coming in, for what purpose. The government, the Ghana Post and Harbour have that, tracking device. They can monitor and know what the activity is being used for. Today, we have made sure that one of the kingpins of Galamsey has been duly convicted. We've honored our promise. We told the people of Ghana that we know the kingpins. We've arrested about 1,300 people who were involved in Galamsey, who are still facing prosecution. That is why we were deciding to bring the tribunal courts. They didn't understand. They thought that we are coming to use it against their people. If you have not committed any crime, you shouldn't be afraid of the law. You shouldn't be afraid of even people coming after you. You understand? So they should feel free. The tribunal court is not just for them. They are corrupt past government officials. If you know you have looted money from this country, you cough it out. Many people are going for plea bargaining. Their names will come out very, very soon. And so for that matter, the tribunal courts are going to maybe fast track some of these things. So we have made sure that, the tribunal court is one of the achievements that, we've passed the bill. We're going to set up to make sure that we prosecute, especially the young people who are involved in Galamsey, aside the kingpins. Talon Numeri Forest is still going on. We have the likes of, the case of the Samra boy also going on, and Wutumi has been convicted. That is one of the biggest achievements in the fight against, because the young people who are involved in Galamsey, the other kingpins who have not been arrested, a whole chama Wutumi. Although for us, the NDC, we don't see him as, but the NPP who regard him as a demigod, they worship him every day and whatnot, and we've been able to prosecute him diligently by the laws of this country. We set a strong signal to those who are yet to be caught up with. Today we have 9 forest reserves. During their time, they did it as red zone, that it was fully overtaken by illegal miners where no person can even go there. We came and we restored it, brought those 9 forests out of the red zone. They are in comfortable, places where people can access the forest reserve but not engage in illegal mining. We have repealed the LI 2462, where they pass to allow mining in forest reserves. We have repealed it. We are now reclaiming about 800 acres of land across the country. That is our record. That is our scorecard when it comes to the fight against galamsey. We have launched the responsible cooperative mining. Where we are bringing the giant, mining companies like Anglo Gold, Ashanti, and the likes of all of them to come on board in training these young people how to mine responsibly. No one is against mining anyway in this country because it is one of even our revenue generation for us as a country. And with the introduction of gold board and its activities, we are, mostly relying on the sale of this gold to make, generation income for this country. And so for that matter, we have come so far in dealing with the galamsey. We cannot boast of ending it, immediately. But the fight that we have come to being able to launch NIMOS, the National Illegal Mining Galamsey Operation, the NIMOS operation, they have been doing very well, going to these communities, arresting these young people and making sure that we have brought about our our river guards. We have landed them, and they are whistleblowers. They've been able to make sure we catch up with some. When you go to our rivers, it is a testimony. Some of the River Pra, River and Cobra, we are seeing some kind of a clearness in it. So their death is a sad one, but government has shown commitment. We are proving that where we are, we have taken ourselves from where we are, and we are making progress. And so for that matter, the people of Ghana should be rest assured. We will get there. We'll make sure that we end illegal mining.
When are we getting there? Because before your governments came in power, they gave us a deadline. They made us believe that they are going to bring illegal mining to a stop, like a complete stop. And I can't remember that when your government was in opposition, one thing that they kept saying is that we should declare a state of emergency. But immediately your government came on board, I think the whole story has changed. So when is everything going to be okay?
Well, you see, governance is a process. It's not an event. And things don't. We are not like the NPP where they believe in Jinahonaje and implement policies symbolically, and they don't know it's left and right, and that is why they are booted out of government. We have learned lessons from that, and we know that we must make sure that we implement policies gradually. You cannot just go and displace a whole community for engaging. What do you want them to depend on? You must look for alternatives, better livelihood for them. Some people, they believe doing galamsey is even a profession for them. You understand? So even you have to deal with the psychness of the psychology of our people. You need to deal with the community. You need to deal with our land. You need to make sure that our chiefs are also psyched to know that the effects of galamsey affect all of us. You understand?
So your government is doing that?
So yes, we are doing all that, and that is through the responsible cooperative mining program that has been launched, and we are making sure that we reclaim this land. We take the young people, give them better livelihood and alternative. You see, when it comes to the issue of the state of emergency, it was clear, abundantly clear during the era that the galamsey had become worse.
Okay.
But we have come through the implementation of some of these policies and policy direction. We need to make sure that we bring in some of these, policies, which have been able to help us to fight against the illegal mining. It's a national canker. It's something that cannot just be happen a 9-day wonder. No, we are just even a government of 1 year and 16 months.
But 1 year and 16 months, you made us believe that in the pace of not even a year, 3 months, sort of, we are going to end it.
That is what I'm saying.
So all that you are saying, is it on paper or is something that is on
the
ground?
No, but these are on the ground. You can go on the various communities. The mining community, they will tell you the presence of heavy. We are the NIMOS, the National Operation Against Galamsey. They are setting up permanent military bases.
Okay.
Permanent. That is something that they didn't do.
Okay.
That I have demonstrated to you where we have come from, where we are going, and where we have gotten to. And so, for that matter, it is evident that indeed we have shown much commitment to the fight against galamsey.
Okay.
Someone put his presidency on the line. Till today, where is he? We don't know what happened.
Yesterday, one of your communicators told me that you didn't foresee the rate at which the galamsey has destroyed our water and our forest reserves, and that is why you.
But of course, you see, 8 years of illegal mining cannot just be overturned by 1 year, 16 months of governance.
Okay.
You understand? 8 years of illegal mining that was, superseded by their own presidents. The the clearing agents. Instead of letting them to do investigation into your people who have done galamsey, we have demonstrated that. We have made sure that some of our party officials who have been alleged to involve in galamsey, we have sent them to Yoko, the likes of Joseph, the likes of our first, vice chairman. They have been sent to Yoko for investigation. Okay. They didn't do that, and we are going to prove that we deserve to leave.
Thank you. Mr. Emmanuel Chambers, have we lost against the fight of illegal mining?
Well, first of all, I want to say that may the souls of the 8 men rest in perfect peace. For me, I believe that the NDC has a double standard on this matter of fighting against Galamsey. The very day it was announced that there were some government officials involved in plane crash, what happened was that right after then, there was an emergency cabinet meeting convened by the government today. 2 days later, Ablakwa told us that, in fact, Honorable Ablakwa, he told us that in the cabinet meeting, they've discussed that the government, the leader of government business, was going to lead a fight against Galamsey. That we were going to experience a fight against Galamsey that has never experienced in this country. It was going to be ruthless and reluctantless. These were the words of Honorable Ablakwa. He said the President John Dramani Mahama himself said he was going to lead the fight. I have the video here. I downloaded it when I was on the way coming. Now, is it the case today? Is it the case today? Those statements, yes, I understand, they were all psychological statements, emotional statements, to please the family of the bereaved, so that they can come out from their bereavedness, so that it will appear the government is so concerned about the lost souls. That was, to me, when they started painting social media with this kind of comments and threatening Galamseyers, I said, oh, they were not going to achieve it. You know why? The very people that sat in cabinet for that meeting are those engaging in Galamsey. They have the boys that are on site during the Galamsey. You see, the NDC again told us that they were going to station 44 military zones at Galamsey areas so that they can fight well against Galamsey. Has that been achieved? Today, as we sit, no zone. We don't even have one. I dare him to provide or give us one military zone at the Galamsey areas, if there's any. There's no one. The NDC again told us that they were going to recruit the NIMOS. So many people were going to be recruited under NIMOS to fight against Galamsey. All these comments I'm making were all around the death of the 8 government officials. You understand? NIMOS again reported to us that part of their operations, Honorable Ebenezer Kokuadu stopped them and asked them to leave his constituency. He sent his boys to come and fight the government officials, the officials that were fighting against Galamsey, the officials that were recruited by the NDC government to go and fight against Galamsey. In fact, members of the ruling party, members of parliament from the NDC side were also fighting against the NIMOS. So how can they and how would they achieve the goal and the purpose of which you send them there? You see the double standard of the NDC towards Galamsey. Today, if someone had told me that there is Galamsey ongoing and referencing this statement to the statement made by NDC officials a day after the plane crashed, I would have said it's a lie. But I've seen it with my eyes and it's so appalling. The activities of Galamsey today has been tripled. The activities of Galamsey today, madam, it has been tripled. It is at the highest apex. In fact, it is at the apex. In fact, where Galamsey has gone to, I am not too sure that the NDC is ready to fight against Galamsey. You know, the NDC is full of people who want to feed on lies. They told us, the vice president today, Professor Nana Jopokwajiman, she made it clear, she made it obvious to the citizens of this country that when they take power, they were going to teach us how to do galamsey without destroying the water bodies. I don't know where the teachers are. I personally don't know where the galamsey teachers are. Today, again, you come to tell us that you are completely going to end galamsey. When, during the time of the plane crashed, when citizens were calling on the government, when Christian bodies, Muslims, other religious bodies were calling on the government, in fact, John Dramani Mahama, His Excellency the President today, to declare a state of emergency at galamsey areas, he said no, he was not going to do that. You know why? That they have not exhausted all the existing protocols. That was what John Dramani Mahama said. That until the last protocol is exhausted, they can never declare a state of emergency. The same individuals forcing and calling the former president, Nana Yido Danko Akufo-Addo, to declare a state of emergency at galamsey areas, made the youth tend to tell us that they cannot declare a state of emergency. And my brother here knows about it. You see, this is the highest level of hypocrisy. You understand? And if we must move forward as a nation, if we must grow as a nation, some of these things will have to be should be overmined. It is very dangerous. NDC lied their way into power. Everything they said about galamsey.
How did they lie?
Everything. Look, in fact, we are talking of galamsey here. I don't want to talk about other things. Everything they said about galamsey, they have not been able to achieve anything. All the measures they said they were going to put, all the measures they were going to ensure, they were going to put in place in fighting against galamsey, nothing has been achieved. Today, as we say, what has been achieved? The NIMOs today, they are not operating as the way they told us. They even have government officials that are also attacking the NIMOs themselves. DC attacking the NIMOs officials themselves. And so, how do you assign me a duty? And in my quest to deliver that duty, in my quest to deliver or discharge my duties, you are standing on my way and preventing me from discharging the duties. Nobody is a kid. We want every Ghanaian child to understand that a political party that can fight against galamsey is not NDC. They are not clean enough to stand a test of fight against galamsey. The only political party, the only gentleman, the only humanitarian leader that can fight against galamsey is Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, a gentleman who would definitely become the president of Ghana in 2028. Therefore, I want to end on this note that, look, dear Ghanaians, NDC has deceived you, and now it is obvious. Look, today, if we are going to conduct an election today, I don't think people who have vision, people who have foresight, they will go and stand and vote for NDC, unless otherwise you're also milking from this government. So please, the deaths of the people has no any emotional drivens to the fight against galamsey. No. Obviously, no. They only acted as if they love those families. But, in fact, you know NDC and their drama, it ends there. Hey, forget of this.
Okay. So to conclude on your last words, then we call it a day before I move here. Aside, what other measures or mechanisms can we put in place to bring a stop to galamsey? Because it looks as if the measures both parties are bringing on board is still the same. What MPP brought on board, what NDC brought on board is the same. Banning of excavators, deporting foreigners, and arresting people. We are equally seeing the same. What other measures can the government put in place? This is not politics.
First of all, galamsey, before we can fight against galamsey, we must make sure we move away from politics. We must not use galamsey to do politics. That's the first thing. Before we achieve the fight against galamsey, we must move away from politics.
Okay.
The 44 zones the NDC promised, the 44 military zones they promised, was a good initiative. But we knew they were not going to do that. You understand? It was one of the perfect moves, but we knew they were not going to achieve it. The NIMOs they recruited, I'm telling you today, the NDC officials are directing them what to do and what not to do. There are some areas the NIMOs themselves are saying they can't answer. You understand? Now they have to also engage the chiefs At the end of the day, look, the politicians will sit somewhere and come and destroy your lands. It is you, the people living in the communities, the young ones there, that are going to suffer. The lands over there is your property. So if you allow some officials seated somewhere, if you allow government officials to come in there, or if you allow some businessmen to come destroy your water bodies, destroy your land, you are the same people that are going to suffer. So the chiefs should stop releasing lands to people anyhow. Okay. Is to make sure that before you release a land, that land, whether it is terminated or is not terminated, it doesn't torture the lives of the people in that community. Or else, I'm telling you, some communities, if you go to Konongo and other areas, where and how they are doing their galamsey, soon and very soon, some houses will be destroyed in the name of galamsey.
Okay. Mr. Brima, what other measures can the government put in place to bring an end to galamsey?
I think that so far the government has proven to be able to tackle the menace. And so for that matter, the measures that have been put in place should, be taken serious. And so for that matter, all other persons involved have seen that we are committed to doing so. And I believe that the likes of the kingpins like Chamawuntumi, their conviction serve as a deterrent to many. And so for the young people out there, there are better alternatives to livelihood. You can engage in other farming activities, you can engage in businesses. The government has so many policies out there which are even mostly youth-centered and youth-ready to accommodate. So let's just take advantage of all these things and work towards it, because the government will not spare anyone. We will deal ruthlessly with anyone that is involved in galamsey as well. Yeah.
Okay, so that's how we end it on the second segment of the breakfast show on GhanaTalks Radio. This has been so educative and interesting.
I thought you give us one last, but let us greet some of our people.
That is what I said in conclusion.
You're giving me, you're asking me measures of this thing.
So I said yes. I came. I said that.
30 seconds.
Then
30
you
seconds.
conclude with that.
And then
my producer is saying no.
30 seconds. So I would like to call on the people of Suhum constituency. To kindly, the delegates of Suhum constituency, to kindly vote for Michael Fiano. He's going for the communications officer at Suhum constituency. And when you go to the West Central constituency, we have Mr. Nuruddin Kutia Bitis, the executive secretary of the Ministry of Labour and Employment. He's also going for the West Central constituency, communication officer. So we call on all delegates over there. And also Erua Adams Karim is going for the deputy national communications officer. We call on all delegates across the length and breadth of this country that come out December 2026. They should make sure they go all out and vote for Erua Adams Karim for the Deputy National Communications Officer role. Not forgetting some of our CEOs. When you look at the likes of Honorable Eric J, he's doing very well with the National Entrepreneurship Innovative Program. We have launched our seed program, and so we'd like to send our regards to him, Honorable Eric J. He's doing very well in his constituency as well. Delivering medical equipment to hospitals and making sure that the training colleges over there have enough furniture to work with. So I would like to send our regards to these people. And indeed, the government has proven that we can deliver, and we will deliver.
Mr. Chambers.
So I want to also call on our dear delegates in Accra, Greater Accra region, the NPP delegates, those who are voting right in the regional elections, to endorse our very own brother, our very own uncle, father, Michael Dankwa, who is going for the treasurer, Greater Accra treasurer. They should try as much as possible to vote for him. He's a man that we know, he's a man that have held so many positions, and he has delivered so well. So we are not in doubt that giving him the opportunity to serve as Accra treasurer, the NPP treasurer, we are not in doubt he will deliver. Therefore, we call on all the delegates to rise up and support the agenda.
Okay. So you heard from Mr. Mudasri Brima, NDC Communications team member, as well as Emmanuel Chambers, MPP Communication team member. And I am Deborah Doe. So thank you so much for sticking tuned to your radio. Bye-bye. Meet you same time on Monday.